All right, that's right. We are back live, Kdqn 92.1 with the Morning Brew. Good morning to everybody. We are now live on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's a late start to the day, my friends. Late start to the day.
And I know how to set up a broadcast,
Yeah.
but I get confused with the title and description, and then it doesn't work, and I can't do it as good as you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We'll go to Facebook Live, facebooklive.com/Kdqn921 to enjoy, like, share, comments, and be put into the Facebook Live giveaway.
Yes, and we figured out what the giveaway is for this week.
We did. We're gonna tease it. So there you go. Jen, it is time for your brand new segment. It's brought to you by Harris Drug and Gifts. Of course, at 205 Kdqn Avenue, your hometown pharmacy, been family ran in Kdqn for over 50 years. Oh, yeah. Check out that Razorbacks corner full of Razorbacks merch for the whole family. Gifts for everyone, including baby, home decor, toys, locally made goods. They have a bridal registry and all. So check them out. Good morning, John Baldwin. Good morning, everybody on Facebook Live joining us. Jen's pro tips. She's not a professional.
I am not.
Yeah.
Today I want to talk about Amazon shopping.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've had some bad experiences. I think everybody has. I don't know about you, but there's been things that I've ordered in the past that had really great reviews, and they showed up, and it was either a completely different product or it was absolute garbage.
Really?
And I felt really deceived and upset. Okay, and so during Christmas this year, I did a lot of Amazon shopping for family out of town. So I did a couple of things that really helped me out, and I want to share those things.
I like it.
So obviously, when you buy something on Amazon, you always want to check the reviews, because they filter, 5 stars and up, or 4 stars, 3, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But something that we don't often do is sort by most recent reviews.
Oh, okay.
And the reason for that, why you should be doing that, is because some sellers, once they get that high rating, they'll actually switch out their products with something lower quality.
Oh.
They'd really do that. So,
really?
Yep.
So it's like a bait and switch.
It's a bait and switch.
Okay.
So, yeah, once they reach that high ranking, they're like, all right, now we can really swindle some people. So always check most recent reviews.
I see.
Another thing that I started doing, and this one is huge, a website called reviewmeta.com. Very simple. Reviewmeta, META.com. You can put any link from Amazon into their search engine. And what it does is it will filter out all of the fake and suspicious reviews.
Okay, so like new accounts or something like that.
Yeah, repetitive reviews.
Yeah.
They'll tell you if there were multiple reviews posted in one day. They'll look for words that were used more than once and just all kinds of stuff. They filter it out, and they'll tell you if they think it's safe for you to purchase.
Review Meta.
Yes, reviewmeta.com. Put in any link. It's going to tell you. It's going to give an overall grade. And it actually will point out, it will show you the reviews that are fake.
Oh.
Like bots or
or bot reviews.
Reviews,
or
or
people pay for that.
Amazon says they don't do this anymore, but they still do. People who get incentives for leaving a review, they'll point those out. It's really crazy what kind of software they use.
Yeah.
Not that I know what it is, but
okay.
What are
No,
you thinking?
I just got an issue with reviewing in general,
Okay.
but I don't have time to express it.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
it's Jen's pro tips, not
Well-
Tyler's poop on Jen's pro tips.
No, I think your opinion is warranted because
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, are you really going to rely on the reviews to buy a product?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't look at it. If I see somebody who leaves a long review, immediately I'm like, that's weird. That's weird. Like I just don't understand reviewing, Yelp reviewing a little product. I mean, it's like, you go and buy, like, let's say you're looking for a Blu-ray player. You got to go on there. You got to read this crazy review, of a player, I mean, it's like it's
Yeah.
a play. I mean, just why do you have to get like the absolute best with that when the buttons are a little small and just buy it, just buy it. That's like my kind of philosophy.
Yeah.
Just buy it. If it sucks, shame on you as well.
Yeah.
You know, but you're gonna see the oh this the buttons were not intuitive and all that kind of
You're
stuff.
going to
It's
see
like,
a lot of garbage from people
Yeah.
on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, there you go. I mean, it's
Yeah.
most people follow the reviews. So
If you do,
Yeah.
just my biggest thing is just filter by most recent reviews. If you don't want to use that review meta site, if you're not that crazy about it, don't use it. But definitely sort by most recent because
Yeah.
you'll find people who are like, this is not what the product says it is.
yeah.
And I'm a review looker. Sometimes I'm buying things that I have no idea about, like tech stuff or kids' toys. I don't know.
Right.
So
I buy from Amazon a collectible. We'll just leave it at that. It's a collectible of things, packs that you open up, and then you might get good stuff inside, right?
Yeah.
Collectibles, and it's a dangerous thing on Amazon. But I've taken I've taken the risk before, despite the reviews that were like mine was already opened or all the good stuff was taken out and replaced with garbage. I have ordered from those people. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's a little expensive. Okay, the reviews seem odd, but I'm going to get a box, and the box makes it to me, and I got like amazing pulls out of it.
Right.
Like it was like a perfectly sealed, good box. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about these
Yeah.
reviews. I think a lot of people who get the 1 star on it and post a picture and leave a bad review, they're just trying to get a refund.
Yeah.
They're in the process of a refund or something.
I see a lot where they're complaining about products they haven't even used it yet. They're just like
Yeah.
maybe the packaging or the box
Yeah.
isn't what they thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
like, well, I'll come back and edit this review after I've used it. It's like, well, just do your do your homework.
Yeah.
And then,
Right.
and then put it through its paces or
Yeah.
whatever. And the recipes are I just get I don't know if I get rage baited
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
some of those recipes where there was one I remember. It was for like vegetarian quesadillas, and you put squash in it. And I swear one of the reviews was 1 star, and it was I don't like squash.
Yes.
Was all it said.
I see that all the
don't put
time.
squash in it.
Yeah.
for your squash-based squash casserole. No, I don't like squash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else before we get into it?
We could definitely talk more about it later, but I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Don't always trust the reviews, but again, I like to look at the reviews, especially the good reviews,
This is
especially
your
ones
pro
with
tips.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yes.
You tell people. All right.
And I will say I like Review Meta as well because they will tell you how many reviews were deleted, which can be kind of suspicious. There
Yeah.
could be, something has a 4-star rating, has 3,000 reviews, but over half of them have been deleted but are still showing. That seems a little sketchy to me.
Right.
Why would they be, like deleted by the company?
Deleted by the person who left the review. They'll actually show you that. To
They
me,
were
I
approached.
probably wouldn't buy that product
Yeah.
if over half of those were deleted.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So it's a handy website, reviewmeta.com.
Reviewmeta.com. Check it out today if you're looking at buying something, especially something expensive off Amazon,
Yes.
which don't buy it locally. We got to get into it. It's time for your genuine RV power trivia. All right. Genuine RV Power Sports in Idabel, Oklahoma. Check them out today. Or just go to genuinerv.com and you can check out their stock and everything that they offer. Big friends of the Morning Brew, sponsoring your daily trivia. Here's how it works.
I have one.
Jen
Don't
has
worry.
a question. Jen's, hey, I have been there before where I just asked, what ice cream did I eat last night?
Yeah.
And then people answer it, and I gave them the answer, the one that was in my head, and then later on, Patrick's like, so how much of it did you guys? I didn't have any ice cream. There was no ice cream ever spoken about.
You're a fraud.
Yeah, I'm a fraud.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I just like the
Destroyed
way
my
you look.
perception of you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a good liar, I guess.
Can the question be, what's Andrew Tate's favorite militant group? I have the answer. I'll save your life on that one.
Okay. No. Okay. So Jen's gonna ask a question. You're gonna answer it. 642-2190, the number to call. We got Facebook Live going too. If you want to save lives, you got breakfast and a car wash token on the line. So
Yeah.
let's get into it.
All right. Almost 100 million. Wow. Almost 100 million tons of this is stolen every year worldwide. What is it? Got some hints for you, too.
642-2190. 642-3637. 898-3624.
Almost 100 million tons of this is stolen every year worldwide. What is it?
To the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Fertilizer.
Fertilizer.
Not fertilizer.
I'm going with clothing.
Not clothing.
Uranium.
Not uranium.
I'm sure glad it's not that one.
Oh, and Andrew Tate's. Yeah, that's why they like him so much. That
His access to the yellow cake.
Yeah.
You got that yellow cake.
642-2190. Somebody on the phone line already. Let's go to you're live on Genuine RV Super Trivia.
Is it salt?
Ooh, it's not salt.
I'm going to say shoes.
Not shoes.
That's clothing.
I'm going to say hearts.
Aw, that's such a great answer.
I'm so sweet, aren't I? Yeah.
That came into a close second.
I love your
Yikes.
reaction. Thought Tyler was going to throw up over there.
Yeah, Patrick has failed you, sir. All right, please call back.
Yes, call back.
642-2190.
I don't know how much a
It
heart
probably
weighs,
is
but
true.
yeah.
Oh, you meant literally?
No, not
Okay,
literally.
okay.
Figuratively.
You wake up without a heart on the table. Ah,
Darn it.
darn it.
Shouldn't
Fool
live
me
in San
once.
Francisco.
Yeah. To the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Hearts. You're so sweet.
Thank you.
Corn.
Thank you.
Corn.
Ooh, not corn. We're getting closer.
Yeah, I was going to say just food, but that's a little...
That's too vague.
Too vague. Oh, but food, it is a food. I just figured that out. You just gave yourself away, Jennifer.
Is it bread?
It's not bread.
Oh,
Okay.
it's not bread.
Great answer.
642-2190. The question again, Jennifer?
Almost 100 million tons of this is stolen every year worldwide. What is it?
Tons, huh? Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
I'm going to say cookies.
Cookies.
Not cookies.
Milk.
Not milk.
Snickers bars.
Not Snickers bars. Dwayne the Rock
642.
Johnson.
Yeah. It was the differences of our radio show. When I listened to somebody else's radio show, they were talking about what an uplifting story that was.
Oh,
and we
my
just
gosh.
took it to task. All right, to the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Candy.
Not candy.
Gendy. I'm going to go with bags of chips.
Not bags of chips.
Eggs.
Not eggs.
Wow, my Lord.
Patrick's getting a little closer. I will say this, kind of a hint. It's the most stolen food item in the world.
It's not bread?
No.
To the
it's
phone
close.
lines. Yeah, you steal a loaf of bread for your family.
For your family.
Yeah, that's a classic juxtaposition. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Watch your language on this radio show.
Who's got the beef?
Who's the beef?
No, not beef.
Yeah, Tiger King has that dumpster full of it. I'm going to go with... Let's go with Little Debbie snack cakes.
Ooh, no.
Is it fish?
Not fish.
Well, you would have saved that for Shuck Me trivia.
Oh, Todd,
Yeah.
it's not Fosh. To the phone lines. People liking this one. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Cheese.
It's cheese. Nice.
I didn't even think of cheese.
4% of the world's cheese is stolen every year.
4%?
Yes.
So we have eaten stolen cheese, most likely?
I mean, come
4% of all the cheese you eat must be stolen.
yeah,
right?
exactly. My goodness. Who do we have on the
That's
phone?
the fun of statistics. And
Jeffrey Richardson.
Jeffrey
All right.
Nice. Yeah, well done, sir.
won the cheese today.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
won the cheese.
You get a block of cheese.
You get a block of
that
cheese.
I stole.
Legally, no, it's been legally obtained.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
And you have to eat it here in the station,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Don't let the police see you.
Yeah. All right, man. We appreciate it. You can pick up your winnings anytime after 7:10.
So what's the deal with the cheese?
Thank you, Tyler.
Yes, sir. Yeah, what's the deal with the cheese?
It's just the.
It's just a very stolen food.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. You take a wheel of it,
Yeah.
stuff it up in your sweater, and it's like, hey, I'm a little hefty boy. What are you trying
All
to frisk me for?
It says, of course, the obvious follow-up question to this high level of lactose-based larceny, though, is why cheese? Well,
Why?
according to Esquire, cheese falls into a category of craved items, meaning it's concealable, removable, available, valuable, enjoyable, and disposable,
Oh, it's like drugs.
and comes with the bonus of not being tagged with security devices.
True. And then cheese sticks. Pretty easy to smuggle
I
them.
mean, I guess cheese can get a little expensive.
Yeah.
It is reported that cheese stolen in large heists is often resold on the black market or to restaurants looking to avoid high retail prices.
Wow. Hey, you
Yeah.
buy 2 blocks of cheese, I'll throw in a hand grenade.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
love that you go down to the black market. You got your AKs there, your RPGs there, illegally obtained cheese,
Yeah.
black market
Yeah.
cheese. It
Victor
sounds
Boot.
delicious.
Victor Boot,
Yeah.
he's
Wow.
probably
Merchant
not
of cheese.
He's a merchant of cheese. He's probably out of the game on the whole arms deal, and somebody
Yeah.
took his place. But the cheese game is ripe for the taking.
Right, just you got arms
Yeah.
trafficking and the cheese trafficking right below it.
Wow. Cheese like mozzarella and brie are hot commodities on the Russian black market.
It's good. They can't obtain it normally.
No.
No.
That's a like
Imagine this guy opens up his trench coat and he's like, I got Havadi, I got Gouda,
yeah.
Blocks
I
of
got
cheddar.
the cheddar,
Yeah.
American singles.
cheddar. Yeah, American singles. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Taste the freedom, my friend. That's it. I like. I hate Jeremy Clarkson in a way. He's the most pompous British guy ever, and he's like, cheese is the most wonderful thing. And in America, they have one style of cheese. They call it cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty good.
That's all you need.
Stick
all right,
it on a
cheese.
hamburger.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and eat it.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I don't need this 100 different names for 100 different kinds of
Once
cheeses.
you got to scrape the mold off of
Yeah.
it before you can eat it first.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I hate that.
Yeah. You ever
Limburger?
bought like cheese from the Dollar Tree?
Oh, you talking? That's not cheese. That's
not
cheddar
cheese.
melt.
Yeah.
And
That's
matzo
cheese
melt.
imitation.
But there's certain
Yeah.
ones that don't melt. It's really
No.
weird.
Yeah, it's if it says cheddar melt, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You can take a blast furnace, put it in a
Yeah.
blast furnace. It's not gonna melt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's made from.
But it's so
like,
conversational. Cheddar. It's
it's very-
cheddar,
Cheddar.
melt.
Yeah.
It's not cheddar melt. It's not cheddar that
No.
melts. It's
No.
cheddar,
Cheddar
melt.
cheddar,
Cheddar.
cheddar.
Warning
And
does not contain cheddar or does not melt.
Yes.
In fact, do not ingest at all.
It's what it says on it. It's a cheese-shaped, cheese-style cheese imitation cheese on the package.
It comes with a silica pack in it.
Yeah.
To keep it's safer eating that than it is. All right, we got to get into it. It's time for the news. It's brought to you by Shelter Insurance and Teeter Motor Company, of course, and we will see you here in just a moment.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.
Your local news leader is Kdqn, Kdqn, Ashdown, Dirks. Local news this hour is presented by Shelter Insurance agents Joey Bailey in Ashdown, Jeff Woods in Kdqn, and Todd Moore in Dirks, and by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter.
For KDQN News, I'm Patrick Massey reporting. Sevier County's new quorum court was sworn in alongside other elected officials during a ceremony Monday morning. That ceremony included the swearing in of the quorum court, county coroners, deputies of the Sevier County Sheriff's Office, full-time elected officials, and county constables. The Sevier County Quorum Court includes 4 new members beginning for the 2023 through 2027 term. Those new members include Callie Eford, Michael Barnes, Walter Smith, and Scotty Morris. Returning justices of the peace are Roger Whitmore, Roxy Stevens, Angie Walker, Greg Wright, and Kenneth Currents. All were sworn in by newly elected County Clerk Renee Bailey. Eford comes to the quorum court after defeating incumbent David Wright in the 2022 election. Barnes successfully challenged Earl Batiste for the District 1 seat on the quorum court. Walter Smith replaces Evelyn Keels, who was specially appointed in 2021 and not able to run again. Keels was appointed following the death in 2021 of her husband, Charles Keels, who was a long-serving member of the quorum court. A similar process brought Scotty Morris to the quorum court. He replaced Marilyn Archer, who was also specially appointed after the death of her husband, Mike Archer, who served more than 2 decades as a justice of the peace for Sevier County. Morris said he hopes his service on the quorum court will help bring more representation for the residents of northern Sevier County.
I just felt like that it was a good community effort for me to get involved and represent the citizens of the northern Sevier County. I'm just about as far north in Sevier County as you can get, so I just want to be the eyes and ears for the county judge and the sheriff and the elected officials. So I think the quorum court has been in good hands, and I want to see it kept that way. Like you say, he got some big shoes to fill. Mr. Archer done a good job, and I hate that he's not here anymore. There's not a better place in southwest Arkansas to live than Sevier County, and I've worked and lived here my whole life.
Morris recently retired after 37 years with Southwest REA, including as the local district manager. Both Eford and Barnes said they hope their youth helps bring new ideas and perspectives to the Quorum Court.
Honestly, I think that was my motivation for running. I got to sit in on some quorum court meetings when we were going wet in the hospital business, and those are two things that I'm really passionate about, just seeing us succeed in that and grow. And my experience with being on the chamber, and I believe that this county has a lot of good potential, and we've headed that direction for the last few years, so I'm excited to see where we go from here. I do want to thank all my constituents for their support and their votes. That means a lot to me. I was really nervous about running, especially after our great county judge passed away, because he was a big influence on me to do this, and it wasn't anything personal. I mean, we just feel like it's time for some change, but I do appreciate David Wright. You know, he ran a very clean campaign, but other than that, I mean, he served here for 2 decades. We got a lot of really big shoes to fill, and that's very intimidating coming into this, but we just hope that we do the best job that we can do. We, like I said, we just have big shoes to fill, and we hope to do that and do it well and not be. We're just going to be very vigilant with the budget is what scares me the most, and that's something that we're going to have to watch carefully. But both Mr. Batiste and Mr. Wright have offered their help for the future, and I think that's awesome. That's how elections and politicians should work.
I am excited. When I decided to run, someone once told me that if you don't strive for change, and that's why I ran. I feel like there were some changes that possibly needed to be made in our county, or not necessarily changes. I'll say, I offer a youthful perspective. I'm one of the youngest members of the Quorum Court now, and along with Callie Eford, and we just, we had talked about it and felt like some youth probably wouldn't hurt things. And I also, I don't know if the citizens of the city necessarily know this, but they are fortunate enough to have a voice in county government, and I offered to be that, and they voted me in, and I'm very appreciative for it.
Barnes is a detective for the Kdqn Police Department, while Eford is a teacher serving with the Kdqn MENA Educational Cooperative. Finally, Walter Smith said he hopes his past experience in local government and as Sevier County's former OEM coordinator will serve the residents of Sevier County well on the Quorum Court.
I'm excited to take Charles Kills' place. It's unfortunate and out of our hands the way that I had to, I received the JP position, but I'm looking forward to working with all the elected JPs here. We've got 4 new JPs that was sworn in today. We've got a lot to learn. One of our biggest tasks is working on the budget, this upcoming budget for 2023. I'm a little familiar with budgets. I worked city council for 6 years. We worked on budgets then. I think we're all looking forward to working together. We're going to get along good together. We've got one thing in common, all the JPs, and that is best interest of Sevier County. When I took this job, I was really looking forward to working with Greg Ray. We were really close, and I worked with Greg as emergency manager for 12 years. That didn't work out. I thought a couple of times that I was just going to withdraw my name, but I got thinking that that's not what Greg would have wanted. He would have wanted me to fulfill my job and duties here. I guess our next big obstacle, and we're fixing to go to a meeting right now, is to look over application for county judge. So in the next couple of days, we will have we'll pick a new county judge. So that's our main object right now.
Following the swearing-in ceremony, the Quorum Court launched into its first meeting of 2023. The first item was setting the date and time of future Quorum Court meetings. Following a brief but relatively contentious discussion, the Quorum Court voted 5-4 to keep the current schedule of meeting at 2 p.m. on the second Monday of each month. The 4 justices voting against the measure included Eford, Barnes, Wright, and Walker. During the discussion, Barnes said he hoped to move the meeting to Monday evenings to allow more people a chance to attend and speak up at future Quorum Court meetings. The quorum court then went into executive session to review 3 resumes it's received for the position of interim county judge. No decision was made or announced following the session, but quorum court members anticipate making a public announcement regarding their choice during its next meeting on January 9th. We'll be back with more news following this break and these messages from our sponsors.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See your Southwest Arkansas Shelter Insurance agents, the Woods Agency in Kdqn, Todd Moore and Dirks, or Joey Bailey in Ashdown.
Teeter Motor Company knows that buying a car or truck is not a game, so they have stacked their roster with an all-star inventory and are ready to help you hit a home run on your next vehicle purchase. Don't strike out at another dealer when Teeter Motor Company is right up the road in Mena and ready to make you a deal. Multiple financing options, service after the sale, and over 100 vehicles on the lot are just a few of the reasons that Teeter Motor Company is the MVP. Run, don't walk, down to Teeter Motor Company at 1201 Highway 71 South in Mena. And remember, the deals are always sweeter at Teeter.
And we're back with Kdqn News. Appreciate all our listeners sticking through. That was a relatively long story, but a lot of interviews we had to do yesterday with some new elected officials here in Sevier County. So now let's take a look at some local sports news. The Kdqn senior teams traveled to Malvern last night to open up conference play, and some action heard live right here on your number one country, 92.1. Lady Leopards rolled to a 55-20 victory, while the Leopards lost a tough one, 50-49, a real heartbreaker right there. The Lady Leopards raced a 41-8 halftime lead and cruised to the 55-20 victory in their conference opener to improve to a 10-3 season. Belle Lindsay led the way with 28 points. Dayton Newberry poured in 10, and Allison Dawkins added 9. The tough Kdqn defense held winless Malvern to 14% shooting from the floor and forced 14 Malvern turnovers. The Leopards and Malvern were tied at 15 at the end of the opening quarter in the boys contest. Malvern opened up a double-digit lead before the Kdqn boys had a furious fourth quarter rally to eventually take a 1-point lead on 2 different occasions. But Malvern made the plays in the final seconds to pull out the 50-49 victory on their home floor. Nathan Patterson, our McDonald's player of the night, led the way with a double-double, scoring 17 points, hauling down 10 rebounds, and recording a steal and an assist. Cooper Young and Garrett Matthews added 10 points each. The Leopards fell to 5-7 on the year. The Kdqn teams finally returned to the Coliseum for their first home game since November, when they host Arkadelphia for key conference matchups this upcoming Friday. One more story for you before we end the news hour. Modern gun deer season is over, but hunters under 16 will get a late crack at a deer this weekend during the Arkansas Special Youth Modern Gun Deer Hunt. This is the second one of the season and will take place this Saturday, January 7th, and Sunday, January 8th. Only hunters 6 to 15 years of age may harvest deer during this special Modern Gun Deer Hunt. Youths who have not completed hunter education must be under the direct supervision of an adult at least 21 years old. Mentors may not hunt any species during this hunt. Youth who have completed hunter education may legally hunt on their own at their parent or guardian's discretion. Again, this year, youth hunters need to have their own unique customer identification number to check their deer upon harvest. That number is free to obtain and will remain with the hunter throughout their life. Anyone who already has purchased a hunting license or applied for a permit hunt of any kind has already been issued one of the CID numbers, and they can use that to check their deer. Just a reminder, deer may be checked online at agfc.com, by phone at 877-731-5627, or even better through the AGFC smartphone app. That's available both on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. The app even allows a hunter to check a deer without a cell phone signal. Very cool. Visit agfc.com for more information on this Modern Gun Special Youth Deer Hunt. Also, you can go to that website to obtain a free customer ID number by clicking the Buy Licenses Check Game button at the top of the page and creating a new customer profile for your youth hunter. And finally, good luck to all the youth hunters who go out there and try to bag them a deer this weekend. That's it for Kdqn News. We'll be back at 8 a.m. with a little bit more for you. In the meantime, check out your number one country online, kdqn.net. This is Kdqn News.
Local news this hour has been presented by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter. And by your Southwest Arkansas Shelter Insurance agents, Todd Moore and Dirks, Jeff Woods in Kdqn, and Joey Bailey in Ashdown. For local news when you want it, 24 hours a day, go to our website at kdqn.net.
That's right. We are back live, KDQN 92.1. Greg Revels in studio, bringing the energy today.
Day 4.
Day 4.
What, day 4 what?
Of the new year.
Oh, of the
day 4 of the not shaving. I see.
The not shaving.
It's coming in good.
I might be able to grow hair faster than you do.
Yeah.
Well, didn't know that was possible.
I know. I told you.
Yeah,
but it's all
full,
for it's all for a good cause.
It's all for a good cause.
Tyler's going to be donating some money.
Yeah,
he suckered in some people on this,
and not just Tyler.
Yeah,
please shave
so we're
Greg
opening
January.
it up. Yeah, we're opening it up. Please shave Greg January. I'm going to put in 100 bones for you to grow your hair. You grow your beard through January.
Yeah,
and we are opening up and encouraging everybody in Sevier County, if they want to donate. It's going to go to a good cause of some kind. I don't know yet.
Oh, I've got an idea.
You got an idea?
Yeah.
To the advancement of Greg Revels?
No.
The Greg Revels
human
fund? The human fund. Money for people.
Yeah, that's right. No. I'm just kidding. I think a good place to put it is the new hospital foundation.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So and I as I told you, I'm going to have a matching contribution.
Yes. So anything that is in the jar by the end of January, Greg Revels will match within reason.
Yeah.
He's not going to put plunk.
Well, I've got a
10 grand
limit. I do have a limit.
What's your limit?
I'm not telling.
Okay.
Because if I tell the limit, that's where it was.
Yeah, that's where it will be. Yes.
But I, it's got to be actually in the jar.
Yes.
No pledges or anything. Like that.
Well, for serious, I'll match what you put
All
in
right,
there.
sweet.
So yeah,
There
if it goes to something besides the human fund or the advancement of Greg Revels.
No, it's not going to me.
Yeah.
It's not going to me. And by the way, I hate every minute of it. If that makes anybody more willing to donate.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
But I think that's a good thing to put it forward.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to try and find a jar today, and we'll put it up. Maybe
Where's the Jay Lindley money jar? He took it with him, didn't he?
I think he did.
Yeah, all the money that was in it.
Everything that was in here was just like, it was empty. It was totally empty in here when he left. You know where it is? KKBI. It's over there in Broken Bow.
It was
That's
around
their
here
little
somewhere.
slush fund over there.
Or it's a broken jar.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah. Oh man. So we'll keep hyping that up. The Greg Revels Please Shave Month.
Yeah, that's it. So my wife's probably going to donate if I can actually shave.
Yeah. Is she like even looking at you? Yeah.
She hates it.
Yeah, that's why we don't want to say what the reserve bid is or anything.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
she just comes in and plops it down.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's over with.
Then I got to double up.
Yeah. Yeah. You stand to lose a lot of money on this.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. It's for a good cause. We can do that. We can do that for that.
It is.
like
Talking that Sevier County Medical Center Foundation, they've been pretty
Oh
active on a
man,
lot of
they
stuff.
have been really active and done a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
Very cool.
A shout out to 4-Hers here in Sevier County. They were going to raise. I think they were going to try just raise like a few $100. They ended up doing like $1,500 through that pulled pork or that chicken sandwich fundraiser.
Yeah, that was a really good.
Really good stuff, man.
Just think about my $100 basically just taking it from a baby, Greg. I don't want to buy anything.
You trying to make it like where it makes it more fun for me or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's better.
I don't buy anything anymore,
That
especially
makes it
not
all
now.
better.
Yeah.
It makes us not itch near as much.
Yeah. Every time I buy something, I just think of little Miles, like shaking his head at me. Just,
Well, did y'all hear about this Tesla that went off the that
I
Highway
did.
1 in California? Which I guess now that looks like there might have been some ill intent behind this. But when I first heard it, I thought, man, that was some good advertisement for a Tesla. For it to fall 250 feet and nobody inside, the 4 people inside the vehicle, no one killed.
Mm-hmm.
They're all like severely wounded.
Yeah.
But it went off the cliff, and like I said,
is that a good? I mean, it's the self-driving is what they were using.
Yeah, I mean, were they using the self-driving? Yes. Well, now they're saying it was a doctor who was driving and he intentionally did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, then never mind. Tesla's fine.
But I was just thinking more of just the quality of the vehicle.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm thinking a lot of vehicles I owned.
No gas to
feet.
ignite.
You know, I know a
Yeah.
doctor that owns a Tesla.
Yeah.
I've ridden with him before.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't get back in there with him.
I don't know. Man, some of this stuff's so weird. So I had a friend who recently went to Wyoming, and he's got a brand new F-250, and he's had some health issues. So they said for the only way he could like drive is if he had a self-driving vehicle. Or at least that would add. I don't know. He's had some like epileptic kind of thing, so he couldn't get a full driver's license unless he had a self-driving car. And I might be just butchering what he told me here. It was during New Year's Eve, but he drove to Wyoming, and he said he maybe touched a steering wheel like 3 or 4 times the entire way. I didn't realize like some of our. One of my favorite brands has gotten that far. I have one that's got like the light self-driving suite in it. It's got the lane keeping assist. If you try to, if you go over the lane, it'll push you back into it. It's got the pre-collision, adaptive cruise control, those like light self-driving things. But I will say that I just keep them on the like aid, or excuse me, the warning, not the actual aid. So it'll like tell me, hey, you're swerving in the lanes, get back in there. It won't actually force the vehicle to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad. So, because the other night I was driving home, and all of a sudden this crazy alarm goes off inside my truck. The big screen is flashing red that says pre-collision detected. And something along it just beeping at me, dude. It scared the heck out of me, and it did that like 3 or 4 times on my way home. I was driving back from Broken Bow. It did that 3 or 4 times, and I'm so glad I didn't have the actual assist or aid on, because I don't know what it would have done. Slam the brakes, and this is like going down the highway 70, going 65 miles an hour. I get home and I'm like, well, okay, I think I have a general idea of where the sensors are for that. I just had a bunch of leaves like on the grill of my truck, cleaned them out, and it's not done that since.
Oh, okay, good.
So I'm just thinking, here's all this self-driving technology totally defeated by a leaf stuck in my grill, I guess, right where the sensor was, or
can't
something.
mess with nature.
You can't. Yeah, good point. Mother Nature always wins.
There's like a ghost truck in front of you.
That's what I was like. What the heck's it? I was like, deer or something?
Yeah.
No, there was nothing. Every time I did it, I'm flying down the highway, not a thing in front of me. There was nobody in front of me. Yeah, I don't know. Spooky, man. That's a little spooky.
Oh, you were in Oklahoma.
Wasn't
That's
Oklahoma?
right. Yeah.
Could have been anything.
Yeah. The Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, that's right. Have you used that adaptive cruise though?
I have not. No. I'm gonna be honest. I'm still some ways before I trust that kind of stuff.
I like the adaptive cruise control.
I use it. I drive to Dallas. I turn it on. I don't ever take it off.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Of course, I'm a guy that tests stuff. It'll take you all the way to a stop.
Really?
And then it'll go back up to what the cruise was.
Yeah.
Well, and I've heard it's even willing to go, like, let's say you got it set at 60 and you come up to somebody that's going 59, so just barely slower than you. It'll actually, when you go to pass, it'll actually kick it, and it'll allow it to go a few miles over the speed limit just to get around that person, and then go back to 60 as soon as you get in front of them.
It's very odd, but once you get used to it, and then my favorite setting on it was like, how many car lengths back do you want to be? Because I'm not a big, like, as long as you're going around about the speed limit at least on a long trip.
Yeah, you can give them some distance. And
don't care. I don't need to be passing every dude. I've done that before on the way to Flagstaff or something, or on the way here one time. I was like, I'm going to pass everybody, and then eventually at one point you just see everybody passing you, that you stop at your pit stop to get gas or something. I got to repass all these people. Yeah. And it's not a fun game for me. So I just find somebody that goes the limit or the speed that I'm enjoying, and I just stick with them the whole time. I find somebody who's not swerving, find somebody who's probably doing the same thing I'm doing.
So that reminds me of a story of yesterday. Tony and I, went to Malvern to do the game. We went through Texarkana. We had to go to Texarkana for something. So we're driving up Interstate 30 going to Texarkana. Of course, I pass a lot of people. We get off at Arkadelphia and we get really freaked out. Actually, Caddo Valley. We go to Flying Burger and it's locked up. We thought, what's going on? And so we turn around and leave, and I said, man, I got to pass all these cars again, you know. But he calls the Flying Burger. I said, they're not going to answer. They're closed up. They answer, and their air conditioner was out.
Wow.
So they just locked up. I mean, it looked like it was closed down. So
is that hot?
No, that's what I thought. I said, oh, it's 60 degrees. Open the door.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you do cook. When you cook inside of a place, it gets hot.
Yeah,
but,
it does.
You know, still.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, even if you got the air conditioner on, you're going to be sweating back there cooking.
Must be doing pretty good for yourself that you got an air conditioner to fix and you stop business.
Yeah, absolutely.
You must be doing pretty good then.
I'll be honest, that's a better excuse than what I was waiting for you to be like. I guess we forgot to unlock the door and turn the open sign on. Yeah.
No,
there's one place that I go to that consistently never has, here in town, never has its open light on. And I used to tell, I was like, hey, your open sign's off. And they'd be like, yeah, okay. And maybe get to it. And now I realize, no, they do that on purpose. Yeah. This is their way to limit it. I'm just like, man, what do you think the owners, because the owners don't have direct control. I mean, they're not there all the time.
Right.
Just like, what do you think they would say?
I've heard the worst excuse ever for calling in or not showing up to work before. Now, this one takes the cake. I didn't show up for 2 days because I was constipated. Half the world is constipated, my friend.
Yeah, it's the other thing. The reverse of that is why you miss
that
work.
one. Don't come in. All right, I understand.
Whatever that is, I don't want it.
I worked with a guy that missed a week because of that one time.
No.
Yes.
Because the reverse, or what he was saying.
No, what he was saying.
What? Can you believe that? That is like, I don't care, man. People run marathons with that. People, business meetings and auctioneers across, like everybody in the world that has
Stalin.
Look how much he did. Yeah, world leaders. That's like that's an actually bad thing for a lot of like world leaders that they
stress and stuff.
Yeah, stress and stuff. You call in, do your retail job because you can't go.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you, a full week.
Oh man,
and I can verify it.
Full week? Yeah. What a weak excuse. How do you come back and not get just absolutely made fun of for that?
Well, I mean, of course, there was a whole week of making fun of him.
Yeah.
While he was gone. Then when he comes back another week or so.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's probably been 30 years now. We're still making fun of him. So.
I like you said I could verify it. Like, would you like cook a steak and bring it to him? Be like,
No, I've got other people that will tell you that's the truth.
All right.
I'm not just making this up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, we'd like to hear their testimonies. We got to do it, man.
I figured.
We're way late, so we got local lowdown coming at you in just a minute. We got to do the weather. It's brought to you by First State Bank.
First State Bank has been serving our area's farmers for almost 50 years. Poultry loans are just one of the many types of agricultural loans that we offer. We understand the agricultural business because we're local, just like you. Stop by any of our branches and speak with a loan officer to see how we can help you meet your agricultural needs. We also offer livestock, farm equipment, farm service agency, guaranteed, and participation loans. Now that's just one of the many benefits you get when you bank with a local community bank. First State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You realize $1 billion bonuses are not the sort of thing we do. We're just a small fry with a little guy. We're a lot like you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. First State Bank, member FDIC. We're big on you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you.
#1 country weather.
All right, taking a look at the weather today. Sunny with a high near 58. Calm winds coming from the west about 5 miles per hour this morning and afternoon. Tonight, clear, a low around 31. Those winds becoming calm this evening. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 39. The low tomorrow night, 36. Friday, a high near 65. Saturday, 40.
No rain.
Well, 40% chance on Saturday.
Yep.
And a 30% Saturday night, but Sunday, none.
Yep.
And Monday, none.
You called that.
I called it. It's not here yet, though, so I don't know what I'm feeling good about. Yeah, and then that's kind of the trend next week. We're looking at highs at around 60, lows in the mid-30s, fairly average for this time. Thank you so much, Jennifer. That is a huge help for that. Listen to this. Wait, where'd it go? What'd I do with it? Where'd it go? There it is. Yesterday's high 69, the low 36, no rainfall. I've got your December weather summary.
Oh, boy.
December's hottest afternoon, 74 on the 29th. December's coldest morning, 4 on the 23rd. Look at that. Rainfall for December, 4.63 inches. And then, of course, your 2022 weather summary. Hottest afternoon, 105 on July 9th. And on July 21st, we topped the century mark 18 days in 2022. Rainfall for 2022, 49.14 inches, the least amount of annual rainfall received since 2012's 38.98 inches. What are you guys laughing at?
You're just
Because we were looking up in the corner up there. That's where you were looking.
There is no way that you memorized all
Yes,
that.
I memorized it. Yes,
and you
I
got
did.
this little cheat sheet.
No,
up here.
there's no cheat sheet anywhere.
That's a cheat sheet you got right there.
It's not. That's my liners.
It looked like you were into the middle, staring into the middle distance.
That's right. That's what it looked like. I thought, what's he looking at up there in the corner?
Like,
Carolyn's beaming something up there. Like,
yeah. Or I just like, man, you're more neurodivergent, I guess. You got like it's the beautiful mind thing going on. You got all these numbers and rainfall
recite a
totals.
lot of digits to pi.
But it was not very much rain.
Not very much rain.
Nope.
Yeah, the least amount since what was it again?
Oh, let me tap
2012.
back in.
Yeah.
I got to get back in there. 2012's
2012.
annual
All right.
38.98 inches.
See, he looks crazy when he's doing that. He looks over like this.
Yeah, that's not a cheat. Those are my liners.
Yeah.
For the local lowdown that's coming up.
Oh,
yeah. So there you go. I'll go over those summaries again when maybe with Jen, where she won't judge me for being smart and being able to remember some statistics. The local lowdown brought to you by Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services, formerly Rebels and Company CPA. Same great service, same great people, same great everything. Just a new name.
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
And Greg Revels works there himself. So
Yeah, they actually hired me.
yeah, that's right.
After they worked for me, they hired me. Can you believe that? You think they're going to do to me what I did to them?
I hope so.
Worse. Yeah.
I'm going to say I probably won't take it.
No. All right, you take out the garbage now.
Hey,
Greg.
once you learn how to become a quitter, it's pretty easy to just quit.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Now they're there for you and all of your accounting needs and questions, and they want to help more small businesses in the area with their accounting needs. So if you're listening right now and it's tax time coming right up and you need help, 870-642-5900. Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services, proud sponsor of our own local lowdown. What's going on locally, boys?
Yeah.
And we got something good to talk about
Yeah,
today.
we do.
We're gonna have a population recount in Sevier County.
Oh,
That's right. The 2020 census is got a lot of controversy after it was wrapped up because it was really rushed through. Obviously, COVID was a big part of that, but it was done very haphazardly. I know some folks who have been involved with it, were involved with the 2010 and also with the 2020. They said it was a world different. I mean, it was just a very hectic census. And
did it seem low or high?
Low. We here in let's just take Kdqn, we lost about 10%, 500-600 people less. When I mean just normal population growth.
Yeah, that's not the trend.
That's not the trend. And come on, you could drive around town here all day.
Everybody knows that. I mean, Sevier County the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, they're saying what 17,000 in Sevier County approximately.
When we were 18,000 before.
Yeah, 6,600. And is that right?
6,105 is what they have. We were like 68 before.
Yeah, and there's just we didn't lose that many people.
We certainly didn't, and it seems like you see all the new housing developments go up. The fact that it's you want to rent something in Kdqn right now, good luck. I mean, every housing unit is just full up, and Kdqn Mayor Jeff Brown he announced last night that he has successfully lobbied the Census Bureau to redo a count for Kdqn. It's not going to cost the city anything. There's still some details to work out exactly how and when that's going to be done. I believe that might be a deadline around this summer to get it done. But I said we'll need to bring more details on those as they develop. But most important thing is going to be so important to count every person in town because that
means money.
It means money at the end of the day. Federal assistance. Through grants, funding for the city, we can get if we get above 7,000, that puts us into a higher class for like federal grants, state grants, and different that assistance that's out there for certain communities.
Well, and just monies you get from both the federal government and the state government for roads,
yes,
for everything, it's based on population, and so those monies that flow down from those bigger entities to the county government and the state government, and the city government, are based on the population. So if your population's incorrect, you're going to get fewer funds not for just this year, for 10 years.
Yeah, that's right. Until the next one, 2030.
Yeah.
So it's going to be huge. And it was a point brought up. There's a really good one that what census officials, they are allowed to estimate, to guess how many people live in a house or a particular subdivision or something. And whereas maybe they just write down 4 for a house when nobody answers it, not understanding the dynamics of a place like Kdqn where we might have multiple families living in a house. There's a lot of big houses, the multi-family houses, where you might actually have twice that, 3 times that. You might have 15 people living in a house, So you just write down 4. You've just written off perhaps 11 people in there.
Yeah.
Because again, we do have a lot of families around here that stick together in a single household.
Yep, they do. And I think one of the things that we need to do is we need to enlist a lot of young people that can help us overcome the fear of somebody asking you questions. A lot of our citizens don't want people bothering them.
Sure.
And so we got to overcome that in order to get correct counts, because it's very important.
Just depends on what time you knock on my door.
Yeah.
Well, and hey, it just can't be stressed enough. Like census officials, they're not law enforcement. They're not even allowed. Like my friend who did the 2010 and the 2020, he's seen a lot of shady, illegal things while doing census counts. Whether it was obviously property being stolen, it was animal abuse. He's had guns pointed at him before. He's not allowed to report. I mean, if he gets beat up on the job or something, obviously that's different. But he's seen a lot of things. He is not allowed to report them.
So just continue on with your sordid activities.
I mean,
give the census man
that's the idea.
Correct stuff.
They want people to trust the census because it's just that critical. You want to get an accurate count, right? So that'll be something we definitely going to talk more about. I got a little bit more some quotes from the mayor about it that'll play later on today. So we'll keep the word out on that and hopefully get us a good count. Another thing interesting from last night's city council meeting is the city is going to work on an ordinance to regulate porta potties in Kdqn. And
regulate them.
I got my tunnel vision. I guess I've always been, and I was like, for a second, I was like, well, what porta potties? And I started thinking, I was like, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
They're absolutely all over town. And I know of a couple that have been there months and months and months. It's one thing, like your septic line breaks at your house or something. You need a porta potty out there for a few days until you get your line fixed. That's one thing. But now it's just out there for 6 months. Okay. Kind of unsightly. Want our town to look good, and gosh, a great way to make it look bad is just paint porta potties all over the place.
Yeah. You paint them.
Paint
colorful colors.
Yeah, even better, so they stand out even more.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
you can paint them where they blend in.
Camouflage them. Yeah,
camouflage them. Yeah.
Where's my porta potty? I can't find it.
When you put that down for us to talk about, I was thinking more along the line of we need all the porta potties we can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to need those for the eclipse.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Porta potties across Sevier County.
Yeah, I mean you're going to have to line them up and down the roads.
Yeah, that's true. But that's still a good ways away.
Only a year.
If they're all in people's backyards and in front of their businesses and stuff.
They're an eyesore.
But that is a good point. I was speaking to my step uncle the other day. We were doing a Skype. It's our stepdad's brother. He's a huge eclipse watcher. He's been all over the world to see solar eclipses. It's like one of his things that he does. And he's going to come down here to Kdqn. He lives in Calgary. He's going to come down to Kdqn.
That's in Canada.
In Canada in 2024. And he was just like, well, let me just tell you what some of the other communities where they've struggled before. And he said the biggest one is porta potties. He's like, you're going to need every porta potty in the world in your town because that's how many people are going to be there.
Huh.
Well, we had somebody come from the state that talked about that at a Rotary one time. And she said there'll be a line of cars based on what they saw at the last one, which was out in a little town in Wyoming somewhere.
Yeah, Casper.
Yeah, which is a bigger town.
Yeah.
It's not a little town, but
not a huge one.
No,
either,
not huge, but a lot. It's bigger than DeQueen.
Sure.
But she said based on that, there'll be a line of cars from DeQueen all the way to Hot Springs.
To see of course, this big open country out there. I mean, some of the like helicopter footage that they have of that line of cars, it goes on just for forever.
Right.
Tens of thousands of people coming out for it.
Y'all excited?
And it's now only 15 months away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My only concern is that April is a very mercurial time for weather in Sevier County. I know I'm pretty sure there's been two since I've lived here in 17 years. There's like two. This is going to take place April 8th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I can think of 2 tornadoes that have occurred on April 8th in Sevier County.
Well, maybe all these Yankees can come down, spend some money, and then the tornado takes them away.
Well, with the tornadoes, cloudy weather.
Yes.
But the thing about it is they're going to be here before that anyway.
Yeah.
On the chance that it's not cloudy.
On the chance that it's not cloudy.
My eclipse is being eclipsed by all these guys. That's a double.
Naters.
It's eclipseception, my friend, is what they call it. Hate it for you.
Are we late?
Yeah, we're late.
I'm sorry.
Just know,
That's all right.
keep on the ear out. If you got a porta potty in your yard in the city of DeQueen, there might be some regulations.
Somebody's going to be knocking on it.
Yeah.
What?
Give me a minute.
Occupado. All right.
I like it. All right. Very cool. Very cool. That was your local lowdown, brought to you by Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services. It's time now for the birthday club. It's brought to you by Dr. Frank Teed.
You don't have to leave the area to get great eye care. Dr. Frank Teed at Arkansas Eye Surgery performs no-stitch cataract surgery on an outpatient basis. Dr. Teed and his staff offer great follow-up service right here. Schedule an appointment in DeQueen today at 642-2525 or 1-800-264-EYES. That's 1-800-264-3937. Dr. Frank Teed at Arkansas Eye Surgery.
They say it's your birthday. It's how about they do ya? All right. Happy birthday to everybody. 642-2190. Go ahead and call and get your birthdays and anniversaries in.
I want to kick this birthday club off because I want to dedicate it to this person.
Oh, okay.
Do you know whose birthday it is?
Who?
Gloria Bennett's.
Gloria Bennett.
It is her birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Gloria.
Wow, Gloria Bennett, strong listener of the show,
Yes.
strong fan of Jen.
I think she's turning 21.
21 sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got Ritesh on YouTube Live, who's back. Ritesh is back from last week. He said, do you guys also have experts on the
Yes,
talk?
we do.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Who's that?
Me.
Ah, I
We're all
see.
experts in our own things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Greg is an expert in
Something.
Taxes?
taxes.
No,
Jen is
not.
an expert in... Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm an expert in many fields.
Yeah.
Yes. So don't mess with my knowledge when it comes to, I don't know.
I'm what you would call a master of all trades.
Oh, wow.
No.
A jack of all trades.
Jack of all
master
trades, a master of none.
none. But the master of one beats a master of none.
Yes.
That is
No.
actually it. Yep. That's how the quote actually ends. A jack of all trades, a master of none, but the master of one beats the master of none.
Disagree. I can still do so many more things than the master of one.
But the master of one is so good at the one thing. Let's say fighting, for example. Let's say you can like kick and punch decently and wrestle kinda.
Yeah.
But then you're fighting a guy who's he's just an expert at kicking you in the head.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get kicked in the head.
Sure.
What are y'all talking about?
I don't know. Man.
No.
Jen brought up a quote. I am finishing the quote.
Yeah,
okay?
and I highly disagree with it.
A bird in the hand is worth two in
What
the
if
bush.
you're this guy's a master in kicking, and you're kind of good at kicking, but you're a master in.
Well, then you're a
Well,
master.
no, but you're not a master, but you're really good at
Really good?
at
Not being kicked?
at dodging.
Okay. All right. If you're a master at dodging, then you might have the advantage.
Hey, it's Isaac Newton's birthday.
Yeah, who's he?
He's the guy that the apple fell on his head. He invented gravity.
He invented gravity.
I told you I was an expert.
Yes. I think you're talking about Isaac Newton's Principia of his magnum opus. I think is what they call it. Jennifer, what's wrong
She's
with
leaving. You made her mad. She's leaving.
Oh wow. Yeah, the apple fell on his head, and he was like, "That was weird. Hold on,
that's right.
Let me do some
What was that?
equations." And then he figured out what gravity was.
Yeah.
Yes. He actually laid down the foundation for all of our physics, and he created calculus, I believe, or he created some form of crazy trigonometry or something like that. So, happy birthday, Isaac Newton. What? Jen's not a science person. She ain't too good at
I
science.
love science.
Yeah? What's your favorite thing about science?
Everything. I love biology. I'm just
Wow.
saying. I love
Oh,
animals. and plant life.
Ritesh didn't get the joke. He
Oh.
said discovered, not invented.
Oh.
It's a joke. He invented gravity.
Sorry, Ritesh.
Yeah. Jeez.
I'll try to be more precise in my.
Well, you got schooled by Ritesh.
Yeah, yeah, just dominated by
He
Ritesh.
burned me.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, Gloria Bennett, happy birthday from Carolyn and everybody here at the Morning Brew. And a big happy birthday going out to Cody Lemons of Locksburg. That's a happy birthday from your big sister. Happy birthday, Cody
Aw,
Lemons.
What a nice sister.
Yeah. My sister never wishes me a happy birthday.
You tell me not to.
Happy birthday to Burgundy Unruh.
Who's that?
It's on my Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Burgundy.
I love that
Nick's-
name.
It's actually Nick Unruh's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vox Post says, not exactly. We still don't know what gravity is.
Oh, I know. Oh, Nick Unruh. He works with my husband.
He does?
Yes,
Oh.
he does. Yeah, we actually
That's
we
right.
took in a dog, a stray puppy, and kind of didn't necessarily nurse him back to life, but we like defleed him and all that good stuff, and gave them to Nick and his wife. Yeah, a real cute puppy.
Nice. Explain how the math works then, Voxpo. We know what gravity is. I mean, we don't know what. I mean, like
E equals
it's just-
MC squared.
No.
What does the C stand for?
Chloroform.
You're going to get reteshed.
I'm gonna get reteshed.
This is a disaster. What a disaster this is.
No.
I'm sorry. We'll straighten up.
Yeah, straighten up, Greg. All right, get some posture going on there.
It's really warm in here.
It is warm.
Let's see here.
You like my shirt?
I do. It's a great color for you.
Yeah, thank you.
It matches the undertones of your skin.
No.
It really does.
What is that? Mayonnaise? Is that the undertone that you would call it?
No, that's my beard color.
Oh, okay. Sour cream, you know?
No.
All right. It's literally nobody's birthday on who's a celebrity either. Not one.
There's not a celebrity.
There's no celebrity birthdays today.
The best one on there is Derrick Henry.
Who's that?
He's a football player that
Oh,
will
okay.
run over you and make you like it while he does it.
Oh.
He plays for the Tennessee Titans.
Okay. All right.
Humongous dude.
Humongous?
Yeah, he's a humongous.
Okay. He's a homunculus?
I like Till Linderman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Till Linderman.
Yes.
It's his birthday.
Patrick, save us. This is nobody's
leaving.
Big happy birthday to Gloria Bennett.
Yeah.
Big happy birthday to Cody
Huge.
Lemons. That's pretty much it.
Got a
as
Facebook
far
birthday.
as-
Glenda Suggs is celebrating a birthday today.
What? You got a Facebook birthday?
I do. I got a
Glenda
couple of them.
Suggs. Hello. I guess I'll check our Facebook. That's
Yeah.
probably a good thing to do. But apart from that, you're always welcome to go to our Facebook Live and type in any
Anything.
shout outs.
Yep.
Yes, that you would like read on the air, and we will do it.
Although we do reserve the right to retest you.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. Voxpo says its force can be determined, but in 15 question marks. Ask questions. Yeah. Einstein's birthday is on the date of Newton's Hawking birthday on.
I lost
yes,
interest.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I don't even like science. Science is boring. All right. Don't you think, Jen?
I
Let's
don't.
talk about cricket.
Yeah, please do.
You like cricket?
The phone service?
No.
I was thinking crickets.
Cricket?
No, I'm talking about those little bugs.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, I'm talking about the sport.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you ever watch cricket?
I
thought
have.
that was some Canadian stuff, too. They play that up there, don't they?
I think you're
No.
thinking lacrosse, maybe.
Yeah,
No,
lacrosse.
no,
Cricket
no.
is that's
Cricket's where they got that bat.
Yeah, they got the big flat bat.
Yeah.
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 Caitlin Massey, sorry, really quick, says, hey, could y'all wish my mom, Glenda Suggs, a happy birthday?
Hey,
Happy birthday,
Glenda.
Happy birthday.
And that's our kin.
It is our kin.
Yes, happy birthday.
We hope you have a wonderful day.
Yes. So that's it. I would rather talk about a sport that I got into last night. I've never heard of it before, but it's pretty much the greatest sport I've ever seen in my life. So go to Facebook Live if you want to enjoy this sport with us. We're going to take the briefest of breaks, and then I'm coming back with some crokinole.
Bowman have been in business for years and are extremely knowledgeable about plumbing. Whether you're needing to be fixed or you need new service, let Bowman Plumbing take care of your need. John and Carter Bowman would like to take this time to thank you for your business and wishing you all a happy holiday season.
All right, we are back live. Kdqn 921. Go to Facebook Live if you want to enjoy what I'm about to show you. I came upon the great sport of crokinole last night. Apparently people take this pretty serious, Greg. Check this out.
Thank you for tuning into Crokinole Center. This is the final match of the day of the Belleville Crokinole Challenge. The semifinal matches saw Nathan Walsh defeating Jeremy Tracy in one semifinal, Andrew Hutchinson defeating Ray Bierling in the other semifinal, which brings us down to this. This will be a race to 11.
It's a game where people have just a table in front of them with a hole in the middle of it, and then these little discs that they got to try and get into the hole. To me, it looks like a game that was invented in jail.
Yes.
You know, with bottle caps. And look at the excited onlookers, spectators, commentators.
A little like curling.
Yeah.
Giving Walsh a slight advantage in this opening round.
I'm bored.
Hutchinson able to
How could you be bored watching this? This is exciting.
To keep play in
Look, he knocked his little bottle cap off with his own bottle cap.
I see that.
See the sawdust?
Yeah. I do see the sawdust. That helps.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
guy.
nice.
That guy.
He's good.
He's
Yeah.
Apparently he's the best.
back to where he wants
Yeah.
to be as,
I'm probably better.
not having
Yeah.
the hammer. He's on the right
See,
side
I
of
was
the race.
going to be like him, but of course, you know, I fell into the crokinole, you know, fame, the crokinole hole. Essentially, you know, I had money, I had fame, I had women, glamour, and all the things in my crokinole career.
Yeah.
And I let it all get to me. And I fell. I fell off I fell hard down into the crokinole hole, and now I can't play. My therapist recommends I leave it in my past, but
little triggering.
Once
yeah,
you
at
crawl
one
out of
point,
that hole, you don't ever want
you
to
don't ever want to go back. But you know, crokinole. This is a national treasure right here. Is it like a pastime? Have you ever heard of this, Greg?
Oh.
I was hoping I wasn't going to make fun of this, and then people were like, I love crokinole.
Curling shuffleboard is what it is.
curling
I'm
shuffleboard.
going to tell you what that's a game that people play up north because it snows 48 feet and they can't get out. And,
Yep.
what are we going to do? We're going to use our beer bottle caps and slide them into a hole.
Yeah. It's so his face, dude. These guys
Look
are
at this.
serious.
Yeah, they're serious.
Yeah, watch this one. Watch this shot. Boom.
You know, because they're playing for a hams.
There's actually
winner gets a beer.
There's actually $1 million on the line in this game.
No way.
Yeah, million bucks.
What am I doing in this job?
It's Canadian money, so it's worth
it's not
maybe
real
like-
money,
It's
yeah.
worth basically $20.
Oh, so this is in Canada.
I
This
believe
makes
so.
so much
I
more
believe
sense
so.
now.
Yeah.
In many ways.
It's really the worst thing I've ever seen. I
Where's
saw it
the
last
Mountie?
night. You don't show them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought there was always a Mountie in Canadian pictures.
Look at the guys in the background. Look at the old timers.
I know.
Like, you know,
You know
these
what the
new
deal
kids,
with them is?
What?
They've drank so much beer they can't leave.
And they
Look at
can't
'em.
see either.
That's literally the sport of curling. It's people drink because they have nothing better to do while they're curling.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so they
Boom.
can stand to watch it.
Yes, exactly. That's what they say.
What do you want to be? See, that's what I want to do. I want to go sweep ice so a big rock can go down it.
It's fun though.
It kind of is fun.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. It's horrible. It really is. But it can be kind of fun
After you
when
get
do
really
it.
drunk, is what you're saying.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
pretty much.
When
Exactly.
people are slipping on the ice and
Yes.
the rock runs over them.
Yes, indeed. My foot. Like, can you imagine if that's the biggest vocational hazard that you have is like potentially either slipping on the ice, which is that's something, or getting the rock run over your foot.
Getting run over by the rock. It's
My
like
big
that-
toe.
Like on Austin Powers when that roller runs over that guy.
Yeah, exactly. No. It's like taking forever.
What is this comment?
Dude, Ritesh, he says lazy is the expert at this game. So there you go.
All right.
Ritesh, we appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Come join the show. We need
yeah.
an expert.
He also said cricket is an English sport, but we Indians very much like it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, it's big around the world, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of like baseball, but it's a little different, But it's not it's a pretty good sport. You know what sport is crazy? That high-a-lie.
Yeah.
That sport is insane.
There's a lot of betting going on in that.
Yeah, that's true. But you got a wooden ball coming at you at like 200 miles an hour or something, launched out of these big things.
Uh-huh.
And you got to catch them, and they catch them and spin them around and launch them back. It's insane. Hialeah looks really dangerous too.
They're launching them back at the machine that throws it out?
No machine.
Each other.
Yeah, at each other. So they got these curved. Have you ever seen it?
No.
They got these curved, like, man, it's tough to explain.
Well, it's like
paddles or something?
It's like a paddle, but it's got the ball actually, it's like a half of a circle.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can catch the ball in it, but you can also throw it.
Oh.
And it launches it.
Oh, I've seen
this
those.
type of thing.
Yeah.
And it goes in that, and then they launch it, and it's crazy fast. And the way people get hurt and stuff, I mean, it just whaps you on the ankle or something, and you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what happened to me if I played, don't you?
What?
I'd have a big highlight ball mark right here.
Yeah, that's right.
Right in the
I'd
center
have
of
one
my
right
forehead.
in the gut.
Yeah.
It'd be like getting shot by a cannonball, a very small cannonball.
That's true.
Yeah. You know what else is different about Canadian sports? Their bowling. They bowl with little tiny bowling balls that you can fit in your
Cosmic bowling.
It's not cosmic bowling. Cosmic bowling is when the lights are off
Oh,
and everything's
yeah.
glow in the dark.
I remember tiny bowling though.
Yeah, tiny bowl. That's the main in Canada. To bowl with big bowling balls is weird. Well, 5 pins, and then they use a ball that's about the size. It's a little bigger than a softball. No holes in it. You just grab it and like that and roll it.
5-pin bowling is what it's called.
5-pin bowling.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time going bowling in
drink
Canada. You have to.
Yeah.
Of course you have to. But
That's
I
what
remember
was
the
thinking.
first time.
All these things have to do with drinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I was in Canada,
What do you want to do? Drinking curl or drinking 5-pin bowl or drinking
crokinole?
Crokinole.
When I was a fresh-faced young American boy in Canada and heard that we were going bowling, and my eyes lit up, I said, "Bowling? Oh, yes." And I went there. I'm like, "What is this?"
It's about this long as this
Yeah,
table.
yeah. No, it's exceptionally hard is what it is. They've made it harder because now you have 5 pins. They're spaced out completely. You can just whiff between pins with a...
Oh, really?
Yeah. They always do that. They always like, all right, well, Americans have football, but we're going to make our football like 20% larger. Like their football's bigger
Yep.
and their field is longer by 10 yards. Oh, yeah, 3 downs. It's like extra guy on the defense.
They're all
It's
Americans
weird.
who play too.
Yeah, they're all just NFL rejects. Yeah. But yeah, it's weird. Their baseball, they play it with like, a ball bearing. You just whap it across. Golf there is throwing a tic tac into a shoebox 200 yards away, and it's just they're just taking it. Thanksgiving. They're like, we'll do ours first and better and harder.
It's going to be in October, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to cook a bird in the snow. It's like, get your own things, Canada. Canadian invented basketball. Did you know that? Hey, that actually...
that is not true.
That's very true. It's true.
Be careful.
A Canadian person... Yes. Let's see
James
here.
Naismith created basketball.
He's Canadian. Dr. James
He wasn't in
Naismith.
Canada.
What?
He wasn't in Canada.
He's Canadian.
Yeah.
Well, it
He
doesn't
invented
matter.
it there, I'm pretty
He
sure.
invented it in somewhere in... I'm trying to remember where
Look,
it was.
I got this piece
New
of
York.
trivia right here.
It's in New York.
Dr. James Naismith invented the game of basketball, yet he had a losing record as head coach of the University of the Kansas Jayhawks.
Yeah.
So he stunk
There
at
you
his
go.
own game.
Did you know when I first got sober, the first thing I thought I was going to miss? You have a real big sense of FOMO.
Mhm.
I thought of bowling. I thought I'm not going to be able to go bowling anymore.
Yeah, why would you go bowling without...
Well, now I'm like ready to go because I'll
okay.
probably.
You can be hopped up on Coca-Cola. There you
Yeah.
go. We're way late. I don't know what we're doing, but we got to get into it. It's time for the news. Brought to you by Horatio State
We'll see
Bank
you in a
and
minute,
Moyer
Ritesh.
Equipment. Yeah, see you in a minute, Ritesh. We'll be back.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.
Your local news leader is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana. Local news this hour is presented by Horatio State Bank. As a full-service bank, we'd love for you to join our family and let us help you meet your financial needs. And by Moyer Equipment Sales and Rentals in Kdqn and Idabel, your Kubota dealer.
For KDQN News, I'm Patrick Massey reporting. Sevier County's new quorum court was sworn in alongside other elected officials during a ceremony Monday morning. That ceremony included the swearing in of the quorum court, county coroners, deputies of the Sevier County Sheriff's Office, full-time elected officials, and county constables. The Sevier County Quorum Court includes 4 new members beginning for the 2023 through 2027 term. Those new members include Callie Eford, Michael Barnes, Walter Smith, and Scotty Morris. Returning justices of the peace are Roger Whitmore, Roxy Stevens, Angie Walker, Greg Wright, and Kenneth Currents. All were sworn in by newly elected County Clerk Renee Bailey. Eford comes to the Quorum Court after defeating incumbent David Wright in the 2022 election. Barnes successfully challenged Earl Batiste for the District 1 seat on the Quorum Court. Walter Smith replaces Evelyn Keels, who was specially appointed in 2021 and not able to run again. Keels was appointed following the death in 2021 of her husband, Charles Keels, who was a long-serving member of the Quorum Court. A similar process brought Scotty Morris to the Quorum Court. He replaced Marilyn Archer, who was also specially appointed after the death of her husband, Mike Archer, who served more than 2 decades as a Justice of the Peace for Sevier County. Morris said he hopes his service on the Quorum Court will help bring more representation for the residents of northern Sevier County.
I just felt like that it was a good community effort for me to get involved and represent the citizens of the northern Sevier County. I'm about as far north in Sevier County as you can get, so I just want to be the eyes and ears for the county judge and the sheriff and the elected officials. So I think the Quorum Court has been in good hands, and I want to see it kept that way. Like you say, you got some big shoes to fill. Mr. Archer done a good job, and I hate that he's not here anymore. There's not a better place in southwest Arkansas to live than Sevier County, and I've worked and lived here my whole life.
Morris recently retired after 37 years with Southwest REA, including as the local district manager. Both Eford and Barnes said they hope their youth helps bring new ideas and perspectives to the Quorum Court.
Honestly, I think that was my motivation for running. I got to sit in on some quorum court meetings when we were going wet in the hospital business, and those are 2 things that I'm really passionate about, just seeing us succeed in that and grow. And my experience with being on the chamber, and I believe that this county has a lot of good potential, and we've headed that direction for the last few years, so I'm excited to see where we go from here. I do want to thank all my constituents for their support and their votes. That means a lot to me. I was really nervous about running, especially after our great county judge passed away, because he was a big influence on me to do this, and it wasn't anything personal. I mean, we just feel like it's time for some change, but I do appreciate David Wright. You know, he ran a very clean campaign, but other than that, I mean, he served here for 2 decades. We got a lot of really big shoes to fill, and that's very intimidating coming into this, but we just hope that we do the best job that we can do. We, like I said, we just have big shoes to fill, and we hope to do that and do it well and not be... We're just going to be very vigilant with the budget is what scares me the most, and that's something that we're going to have to watch carefully. But both Mr. Batiste and Mr. Wright have offered their help for the future, and I think that's awesome. That's how elections and politicians should work.
I am excited. When I decided to run, someone once told me that if you don't strive for change, and that's why I ran. I feel like there were some changes that possibly needed to be made in our county, or not necessarily changes. I'll say, I offer a youthful perspective. I'm one of the youngest members of the Quorum Court now, and along with Callie Eford, and we just, we had talked about it and felt like some youth probably wouldn't hurt things. And I also, I don't know if the citizens of the city necessarily know this, but they are fortunate enough to have a voice in county government, and I offered to be that, and they voted me in, and I'm very appreciative for it.
Barnes is a detective for the Kdqn Police Department, while Eford is a teacher serving with the Kdqn MENA Educational Cooperative. Finally, Walter Smith said he hopes his past experience in local government and as Sevier County's former OEM coordinator will serve the residents of Sevier County well on the Quorum Court.
I'm excited to take Charles Keels' place. It's unfortunate and out of our hands the way that I had to, I received the JP position, but I'm looking forward to working with all the elected JPs here. We've got 4 new JPs that was sworn in today. We've got a lot to learn. One of our biggest tasks is working on the budget, this upcoming budget for 2023. I'm a little familiar with budgets. I worked city council for 6 years. We worked on budgets then. I think we're all looking forward to working together. We're going to get along good together. We've got one thing in common, all the JPs, and that is best interest of Sevier County. When I took this job, I was really looking forward to working with Greg Ray. We were really close, and I worked with Greg as emergency manager for 12 years. That didn't work out. I thought a couple of times that I was just going to withdraw my name, but I got thinking that that's not what Greg would have wanted. He would have wanted me to fulfill my job and duties here. I guess our next big obstacle, and we're fixing to go to a meeting right now, is to look over application for county judge. So in the next couple of days, we will have we'll pick a new county judge. So that's our main object right now.
Following the swearing-in ceremony, the Quorum Court launched into its first meeting of 2023. The first item was setting the date and time of future Quorum Court meetings. Following a brief but relatively contentious discussion, the Quorum Court voted 5-4 to keep the current schedule of meeting at 2 p.m. on the second Monday of each month. The 4 justices voting against the measure included Eford, Barnes, Wright, and Walker. During the discussion, Barnes said he hoped to move the meeting to Monday evenings to allow more people a chance to attend and speak up at future Quorum Court meetings. The Quorum Court then went into executive session to review 3 resumes it's received for the position of interim county judge. No decision was made or announced following the session, but Quorum Court members anticipate making a public announcement regarding their choice during its next meeting on January 9th. We'll be back with more news following this break and these messages from our sponsors.
I worked my whole life, and now I'm enjoying a nice retirement. But it wouldn't have happened without some planning. That's why I have my IRA at my bank. It's a balanced approach to investing. Solid returns in a safe, secure investment. Take my advice and open an IRA today.
Horatio State Bank. Strong, independent, and local. Member FDIC.
Get a great deal on select Kubota construction equipment featuring durable Kubota engines, more comfort, more productivity, more get it done right. Right now, write it off a lot and write it off your taxes for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 36 months. Now through December 31st, subject to credit approval. Consult your tax advisor. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full details.
Visit More Your Equipment Sales and Rentals in Idabel, Oklahoma or Kdqn, Arkansas today.
And we're back with Kdqn News. Appreciate everyone sticking with us through that story. Had a lot of interviews to get through with all the new local candidates here in Sevier County. But let's move on. One quick story here. The issue very important to our community, that is hunting. Now, modern gun deer season is over, but hunters under 16 are going to get a late crack at a deer this weekend during the Arkansas Special Youth Modern Gun Deer Hunt. That special hunt's going to take place this Saturday, January 7th, and Sunday, January 8th. Only hunters 6 to 15 years of age may harvest deer during this Modern Gun Youth Deer Hunt. Youths who have not completed hunter education must be under the direct supervision of an adult at least 21 years old. Mentors may not hunt anything during this special youth hunt. Youth who have completed hunter education, however, may legally hunt on their own at their parent or guardian's discretion. Again, this year, youth hunters will need their own unique customer identification number to check their deer upon harvest. This is a requirement. It is totally free to obtain, and it's going to remain with the hunter throughout their entire life. So you can do that by visiting agfc.com. And of course, a reminder with this special youth modern gun hunt that deer must be checked in online at agfc.com, by phone at 877-731-5627, or even better through the AGFC's smartphone app, which you can do even without a cell phone signal. For more on this story, all the details on that special youth modern gun hunt, and to get your youth hunter a CID number, all you got to do is visit agfc.com. That's it for this edition of the news. We'll have some more for you at 4 p.m. In the meantime, check out kdqn.net for all the local news, sports, upcoming events, and much, much more. This is KDQN News.
Local news this hour has been presented by Moyer Equipment Sales and Rentals in Kdqn and Idabel, your Kubota dealer. And by Horatio State Bank. As a full-service bank, we'd love for you to join our family and let us help you meet your financial needs. For local news when you want it, 24 hours a day, go to our website at kdqn.net.
That's right. We're back live. KDQN 92.1 with the Morning Brew. Patrick Massey in studio. Greg Revels in studio. Tyler Massey in studio. Good morning.
Jen Albert in studio.
Jen Albert in the
building.
Spirit.
She's in the building.
She's around.
Yeah,
she'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great morning.
It's been a fantastic morning. We're having a ton of fun on the show. We got to catch up on some things, so it's gonna be a quick, fast-moving hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we still got some trivia to do.
We might have some trivia today.
Okay.
We got some. We're gonna talk about the sports coming up here in a bit because we ran out of time in the 7 o'clock hour due to my yapping. So and Greg's were yapping a little bit.
Me?
Yeah.
And I got reteshed.
You did get reteshed. Yeah. You got just smackdown on you.
Just smackdown.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that Newton actually invented gravity, Greg. What were you thinking? You did your best.
I ain't no good at science.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about this guy, this dummy I saw on Facebook yesterday. His videos are going viral, and everybody's hating on him right now because it's stupid, I think is the word you might use. But this guy is eating pizza backwards every day until Elon Musk or Mr. Beast buys him a Tesla. And guess who has given him no attention at all? Mr. Beast and Elon Musk. He's on like 400 slices or something. So he just, every single day, he uploads a video of himself awkwardly eating a piece of pizza backwards until somebody buys him a Tesla.
Eating the crust first?
Yeah. Which is
That's weird. That's a little weird.
It is weird. He doesn't even do it like the way that you might think. Like, I've met somebody who eats the crust first, and they just tear it off and dive in.
Yeah.
This guy, he's like nibbling on it like a rat from behind. And
I can't. It's not an original idea. First off, buddy, because I remember those Pizza Hut. I think it was Pizza Hut commercials where they introduced the stuffed crust pizza, and they were like, "Eat it backwards," So it's not even an original idea, but just how desperate.
Yeah.
I mean, this is social media. It's just I'm not gonna say it's like a pandemic or anything of young people doing dumb things for fame or attention, but wow, there's so many cases of this. Here's this guy who desperately just get a job, man, and buy a Tesla like everybody else.
Yeah, it's easy.
People like Elon Musk and Mr. Beast, of course, he earned his first viral hit by counting to 100,000 is what he did, which is as lame as he's literally sat there took no breaks, no bathroom breaks, no nothing. He's started at 1 and counted to 100,000 on camera,
and now he's like the richest guy on the internet,
one of the richest guys in the world, probably at this point. I mean, he buys like islands for people, as his charity.
Yeah, he'll go to like Walmart or something and be like. I've seen him do this thing where he's like, okay, I'll give you 10,000 or I'll give her 20,000 and it's up to you. I'm taking the 10. I don't know what she's got. I don't got 10. I know that. Maybe she's got 20. Maybe she's got 50.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm taking the 10, Mr. Beast.
It's goofy nonsense.
It is.
It's all it is.
Yeah.
And here's this guy like desperately a Tesla. That's what you're holding out for, man.
Yeah.
Like and not like you're actually doing anything. Just eating pizza backwards.
Yeah.
It reminds me though of which one of the Paul brothers, I forget, was having a news conference about, I don't know if he had just had a fight that he won, and this guy drove he quit his job as a welder
Yeah,
in Michigan and drove all the way down to Vegas, I think, during this press conference to literally beg Paul, Logan Paul,
Yeah.
okay, to beg Logan Paul for a job. And Logan's just like, okay, well, what can you bring to the table? And he's like, well, I can do some TikTok dances. And he's like, you don't have anything else?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I don't have any friends. And he's like, come on, you know somebody, don't you?
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
somebody that can help you do something, right?
Yeah.
He's like, no, I quit my job and I left my life so I could come down here. And he's like, you have nothing to bring to the table?
Yeah.
No.
I like how Logan Paul actually gave him the time of day.
He did.
He's like, all right, fair enough. Like, what can you bring to the table? The guy's like, I got TikTok dances. And then he said, can't you do one? Or say, yeah, do one. And he's like, he was like too afraid to do a TikTok dance in front of all those people and stuff.
That's what's wrong with TikTok.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
He didn't get the job. And on his way home, I guess back to Michigan to go beg for his $100,000 a year welding job to get it back,
Yeah.
he filmed himself on for TikTok again, crying into the camera about how Logan Paul didn't offer him a job. And it was like, man, the whole thing, you recorded the whole thing. Nobody would give you a job with that performance. From Michigan to Vegas, I feel like I could come up with a pretty convincing story on maybe why you would hire me if you gave me the time of day, which Logan Paul did. And no, this guy literally, he didn't think about it until he was asked by Logan Paul. He's like, well, so what would you bring to my organization? Just funny dances?
Yeah.
Funny dances?
Yeah. Dances, I love that.
But he couldn't do one.
I've got a Michigan to around that area story.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know somebody who drove from Michigan to Flagstaff, Arizona, which is only 4 hours from Vegas. Michigan to Flagstaff, Arizona on a truck with 160,000 miles that had never had the spark plugs replaced.
Yeah?
And they said about 30 miles outside of Flag, that's when their truck just started just violently shaking and knocking and all this stuff. And they somehow hobble it up to our dealership, and I'm the service advisor who takes it because I'm like, this is going to be a good job at
Gotta
least.
get it fixed.
Got to get it fixed. So we get it in there, and the technician, plugs the computer, and he's like, this missing on all, pretty much all the cylinders. 120,000 miles is the recommended when these plugs are to be changed. So did you change the plug? Blah, blah, blah. No, we never did that. And I was like, well, that's where he recommends starting.
Yeah.
Changing the plugs. And then maybe he can get a deeper look while he's doing that. That's what I told them. And they're like, really? Just plugs? Okay. Well, we can do that. So can you guys hold on to the truck for a few days? I'm like, yeah, I could actually technically charge you like a lot fee for it, but sure, if you want to do it yourself. So, but you can't do it on our, I can hold the truck here for you, but you can't do it on our lot,
on the property,
on the property. So they go and buy the cheapest plugs, and Toyotas hate anything that aren't NGK or Denso plugs. Like they just won't take anything but those plugs.
A lot of vehicles are real finicky on what kind of plugs they'll take.
Absolutely. So they roll it over to the Home Depot parking lot just across the street, and they do the spark plug job, and now that thing is violently, it's worse than before, and they roll it back over, and they're like, what? You said the plugs would fix it and all this stuff. I say, first of all, I never said it would fix it. It's like we're a good starting point. And secondly, you can't, that's what my technician would have done. We would have gone further from there, needed the plugs anyway, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, all right, well, we'll leave it with you and you guys figure it out. Get it to the technician. Technician puts it up on the stall, and he just starts it up, and within 10 seconds that it just threw a rod and completely ruined the engine.
Yeah.
And then it was just sitting there. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be about a $12,000 job, engine and all. It can be here tomorrow.
You told me, I remember you telling me the story and said when the technician took a look at it, like none of the spark plugs were actually properly tightened in place.
Yes.
They were just loose. So.
Yeah, and there was debris in the cylinders. Yeah, which they, like Flagstaff, notoriously windy, dusty. And they just did it in an open, like not the biggest deal. Okay, it was a plug, sure. If you're just careful. And, but I mean, blow a leaf in there even, that's something could go wrong.
Yeah.
It was a Tundra. It was Jen asked what kind of truck it was. Now, it was a 2008 Tundra too, which is, they're very sought after, that model. So I almost bought it off them. I was almost there. I was almost like, you know what, I'll just buy this truck off you, under the table or whatever, I almost did it because I could have had that I could have gotten a very cheap engine and had one of them I'm not fronting. All right, I cannot put an engine in a truck. Cannot do it. But I knew some guys who would do it for probably a 12-pack.
Well, and that's where trust your experts.
Yes.
Sometimes, experts in the field, that's why you would go to them in the first place, is for that accumulated knowledge, whether it's plumber, carpenter, especially a technician with these vehicles that are they're computers with wheels, you know? And I remember a service experience I had where a customer came in and it was one of those days where technicians were way too busy to just take in a walk-in. So I had a computer that I could plug into it, read the codes. They said at this particular time the engine would just lurch. They were just like, I'm certain it needs a new transmission. I was like, well, let's just see what codes are on it. Had a misfire on the top cylinder. So I was like, okay, that's the one. Because it was like always at higher speeds is when it would have the problem. And I was like, well, okay, it's your number 6 cylinders misfiring real bad. So there's a ton of misfires detected on it. It's probably all it is. When you get up to that higher speed, it starts misfiring on that cylinder. And they were like, there's no way it can be spark plugs. No way. And I was like, I mean, that would
what it reads.
It's this vehicle. I was like, you ever change it? It's got twice the mileage than what those spark plugs were designed for.
Yeah,
they take it somewhere else. Tell the guy just put a new transmission in it. It does the same exact thing.
Nice.
Yeah, bring it back to us. And he's like, can we try the spark plugs? We try the spark plugs. It fixes it.
That is one way to avoid thousands of dollars of damage.
I can only. They put a used one in there. Who knows?
Yikes.
The original transmission may have been fantastic and lasted forever.
Yeah.
You know. Now who knows? They put a used one in it, and no telling how long that thing lasts.
That's terrible, man. Too many stories. It's like, listen, if you're that concerned about dealerships messing you over and stuff, just bring it to Skeeter and just don't deal with it. You know what I mean? Because listen, at the dealership, man, they're ready they want to do right by you, I believe, and it's too many people just come in like, nah, I don't think that's it. Nah, and it's like, why'd you come here? Why are you even here then? If you didn't want the old expert advice, right, Greg?
Hey, I learned a long time ago, let people do what they know how to do.
Yeah.
I can do things, maybe I can change my spark plugs, but it's going to take me half a day. It's going to take them 10 minutes, and I can go do what I do.
Yeah.
And make more money.
Yeah. I changed the spark plugs on my little truck once, and not only, did it take me probably twice as long as it would have somebody, the headache, not the headache, the worry. They're like, oh my gosh, did I do this right? Am I doing this wrong? I was just worried that for days after, even when I knew everything was fine. So there's kind of like a peace of mind also that comes with just going with an expert there.
Yeah.
We're in a society that hates experts for some reason.
Well, everybody thinks they're an expert.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah.
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 I know more than you.
Don't you think you're smarter than I am?
No, I would never think that.
Well, you shouldn't. But
yeah, they call it the Dunning-Kruger effect, right? It's when it's named after a couple of guys. I believe they're still alive, but they coined this, and they said sometimes
they're Canadians.
Yeah, the worse you are at something, sometimes the more competent you think. The classic example is everybody knows somebody who thinks they're really good at singing.
Yeah, that's
but they're not.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
But the people who think they're really good at singing sing all the time, and
Yeah.
you're just like, I got to tell this person at some point to stop. Keep it in the shower. All
Yeah.
right.
I was telling somebody recently, I don't think I could be around somebody who's really bad at dancing, but insists that they dance most hours of the day. Like that would be a terrible person to be around.
That's TikTok, though.
Yeah,
for
that's
you.
true.
Yeah.
I was like, it'd be the equivalent of being a really bad singer, but just singing every little tune that comes on, just singing over, turning the music down so they could belt out their version of it.
Yeah, we ruined a TikTok video last night.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, actually, we were walking out of the gym at Malvern, and they were some kids there dancing, and it's like,
yeah,
I guess 2 old white guys got in the background.
Oh, darn it.
So
Yeah, they
That'll
had to
ruin it
reset.
every time.
ruined the TikTok video.
Here's one that's plaguing gyms across the nation, and it's becoming a real problem, and I've seen a few videos about it. Guys who, and women too, I mean, people who set up their phone to video their workout, and then somebody just walks through the shot because you're taking up an entire aisle to video you just lifting some weights, and it becomes a brawl.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, where the guy walks through the shot, and the guy's like, what in the world? He's like, oh, look, sorry, I didn't see your little phone there. It's not like you have on the floor. It's not like you have, a $300,000 camera set up with a swooping shot and a jig and all that stuff. No, it's not like that,
And probably they're going to put it on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I watched a guy just get splayed out for doing that, just completely beat up just for walking through his workout shot. It's like, that's steroids right there. Steroids.
Hey,
yeah.
You know what time it is?
It's time for the weather.
That's right.
Because I said I was going to be moving things along quickly, and then I started yapping again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tell me to shut up, Greg.
Well, I'm not telling you to shut up, but I am telling you that it's time for the weather.
Who's it brought to you by?
It's brought to you by
Genuine
RV
and Power Sports in Idabel, Oklahoma.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, go check them out today. GenuineRV.com is the website to go to, or just stop by.
Man, have you been by there?
Yes.
It is amazing.
It's a great facility. They have everything that you could possibly need power sports wise. So there you have it. We'll be doing the weather now.
Number one country weather.
All right. Today's sunny with a high near 58. Calm winds coming from the west about. I am talking. All right. I got people yapping at me.
We're playing
while
musical chairs.
Oh, I see. All right.
That's what happens when you don't have enough mics.
Yes, I know.
Somebody's in charge.
Hey, I'm working on it.
Are you?
Yeah, I poked and prodded at the processor back there.
Hey, I've got
like,
one from 1928. You want it?
Come on, do something.
Work.
Tonight, looking clear with a low of 31. That's cold, Greg. You better wear a hat.
Yep. I didn't wear my hat today, and I had to come in early.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow, looking like sunny skies with a high near 59. 36 to the low tomorrow night. And Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 65. Guess what Friday night's low is, Jennifer?
23.
50.
Nice.
Yeah, it's an odd low.
You know what that means?
What? Rain coming in.
Oh.
Because Saturday, exactly right, a 40% chance of showers. Saturday night, a 30% chance of showers. A low of 41. Just like that. Guys, we got to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have something?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I wanted to keep talking about some of the people on TikTok. It's been on the prep sheet for a while.
It has been. We'll get into that
for
here
sure.
in just a moment. We'll be back with the Brew Crew.
We're proud to announce Howard Memorial Hospital now offers telehealth services so you can stay healthy while staying home. Easily access our telehealth portal from your smartphone, tablet, or computer to connect with your trusted providers. All you need is a valid email address to sign up. Telehealth visits are available for most clinic appointments, Compass Behavioral Health Services, and some emergency consults. Your health is our priority. Let us take care of you from the comfort of your own home. Visit howardmemorial.com/telehealth to learn more.
For a limited time, bundle up for big jackpots from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. Ask for the $5 bundle and get a great deal on your favorite lottery games. You'll get a $3 Powerball ticket with Power Play, a $2 Lotto ticket, and a free ticket for the Natural State Jackpot. That's 3 chances to win for only $5. Ask for the $5 bundle. It could change your life. Eligible with Quick Picks only. Offer ends February 28th. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Did you know that there are more tobacco retailers in Latin American communities than in other neighborhoods? Tobacco companies have strategically targeted racial and ethnic minorities for decades. Don't be fooled by the tobacco industry. Quitting is hard. We can help. Be you. Be well. Call 833-283-WELL today to talk to a trained counselor and develop your quit plan. That's 833-283-9355. Brought to you by UAPB, Minority Initiative Subrecipient Grant Office, the Department of Health, and Legacy Initiatives.
Happy holidays from all your furry friends and staff at Hochatown Petting Zoo.
There's a long neck bottle on a bedside table next to where you used to sleep.
Hayden McBride, Friday, January 6th at Hochatown Saloon. Get your tickets online at HochatownSaloon.com. Don't miss it, Friday, January 6th. It's Hayden McBride.
As I'm bringing you goodbye, you know this house and rumors fly. And I ain't letting no
Whatever you want to be, it helps to be well. An active, healthy lifestyle is key. We offer tips and support to quit smoking and address health conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. It's never too late to make decisions to help you be healthier and to be the best version of you can be. Call 833-283-WELL. Be you, be well. This ad brought to you by your master tobacco settlement dollars at work.
All right, we are back live, KDQN 92.1, and since we weren't able to get into it during the 7:30 local lowdown, figure we talk about sports a little bit. We have the recap going on, but also let me talk about what's coming up this week. Of course, we had the Kdqn Lady Leopards and Leopards traveling to Malvern yesterday, or really last night, and the Ashdown senior teams traveled to Hope last night. I'll bring you that recap in just a second. But tonight, the Arkansas Razorbacks host the Missouri Tigers in Fayetteville at 7:30. Airtime with Chuck Barrett and Matt Zimmerman is set for 7 o'clock on your Southwest Arkansas Hog Caller, number one country, 92.1. Now Friday. Tons of great basketball action going on. The Kdqn Leopards and Lady Leopards finally return to the Coliseum to host the Arkadelphia senior teams. That should be a good game. Following a junior varsity game at 5 o'clock, Tony Sowers and our own Greg Revels will have the live play-by-play of the senior action starting at about 5:45 on your number one country. You can also view it live on DQTV. Very exciting. Meanwhile, the Ashdown senior teams host Nashville following that 7th grade game and a junior varsity contest at 5. Jim Cross should be having the play-by-play of the senior action starting at around 6 o'clock, and that's on 102.1 The Good Path and on the KILX app. That's your Ashdown Panthers station for the basketball and, hey, baseball and softball season also coming up, end of February, right?
Yep.
And then Saturday, finally, the Arkansas Razorbacks travel to Auburn to battle the Tigers at 7:30. We'll have that live on 92.1, your Hog Caller, 7 o'clock, our airtime. That is what's coming up this week. I don't know why I did that first before the recaps, though.
That's okay. Recaps last night. The Leopards and Lady Leopards split at Malvern. Lady Leopards won big, 55-20. Belle Lindsay leading scorer with 28. Dayton Newberry poured in 10, and Allison Dawkins added 9 points.
28 points?
Yeah.
Can you believe that? That's a hot streak.
Yeah, she's been really hot.
Yeah,
she's been doing really well. I think she scored 33 in one game, and she was in the 20s in the other two games at Genoa. So really doing well. Lady Leopards are doing well. Got a big game Friday night against Arkadelphia. It's going to be one of the teams that they're going to battle with to go to regionals. And
Cool.
I think that's a very important game in that. Leopards and Malvern, very interesting game.
Yeah.
Flowed one. We would get behind, we would catch up. We would get behind, we would catch up. We got behind by 10 points in the second half, caught up, went ahead a couple of times, and then with 8 seconds left, the Malvern Leopards, which made it very confusing for me.
Yeah.
The Malvern
Leopards.
Malvern Leopards hit 2 free throws to win the game, 50-49. Tough loss for the Leopards. They played really hard. Good. Our McDonald's player of the game, Nathan Patterson, had 17 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double. Great game. Cooper Young and Garrett Matthews each had 10 points, and so the Leopards are 5-7 on the year. And they play Arkadelphia Friday night also.
Very cool.
One more recap that I've got, if you got just a second.
Please.
Legacy Academy played Trinity Christian, and they had lost to them earlier this year, but they beat them by 31 last night.
Wow.
So that puts them at 18-3, and they play another team they lost to earlier in the year, Hot Springs CMA Friday, and that's at home. And then they're going to play Horatio on Monday. So, got a lot of good basketball coming up. If you're interested in basketball locally, there's going to be a lot of good basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Either somewhere in Sevier County.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
And then as far as the Panthers last night, the Ashdown Panthers and Pantherettes went on the road to battle the Hope. Or it was the Hope, the Bobcats, right? Yeah, the Hope Bobcats in the opening round of the conference season. The girls lost to the Hope Bobcats 41-30. The Pantherettes battled hard and hung through some tough quarters, 3 of them to be exact. But the height and length of the Bobcats were too much for Ashdown. Leading scorers for the Pantherettes were LaKenya Williams with 8 points, Zamariah Roan with 7, and Carriel Forbes pitched in with 6 points. Now, the boys' game, it was an up-and-down, high-intensity, close contest that was tied at halftime and at the end of the third quarter. I don't know what's wrong with my mouth right now. This coffee is cold, and it's making my mouth dry. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Jennifer. Do you
It's not
understand?
my fault.
Are you
It's
sure?
the coffee pot.
It is the coffee pot. I agree with you. Let's see here. Yeah, we slowed down the Hope offense, and the Panthers got a big road victory by the score of 58-52. Kdqn Winfrey led the Panthers with 20 points, while Justin Brown had 13, and Antonio McDuffie scored 10 points, all in the second half. Of course, again, Panthers hosting Nashville on Friday night. You can hear that live 5:30 on 102.1. The Good Path. We should be going live at probably around 5:30 or 6. We'll have a more exact time for you. You know, these conference games and stuff, they start a little earlier, maybe a little bit later. So
yeah, one of the things you got to do is when you got JV games, sometimes coaches end up canceling those for various reasons, and I think that so you just got to pay attention. You know, at least for the Leopard games, Tony's really good about keeping that on Facebook.
Yep.
We'll be announcing it here on the Brew Crew and on 92.1.
That's right.
As it changes. So
And
it's
if
a
we tell you
fluid thing. I
it
mean,
is, yeah.
yesterday about 3 o'clock when we found out that we weren't going to have a JV game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it
we tell you
changed.
the time. It's around that time. So if you don't hear it coming on quite yet, just hang in there, and it will be coming on. Guys, this is late. I'm getting into this as well, but we got to talk about Kdqn Motorsports at 1587 Highway 70 West, right here in Kdqn. You can buy or sell your ATVs, UTVs, motorcycles, or scooters, and guess what? They service them too with OEM and aftermarket parts for any motorcycle and ATV. Get the most for your money right here in Kdqn at Kdqn Motorsports. Again, 1587 Highway 70 West, 870-642-6511 at Kdqn Motorsports. Your bike's going to be done, son.
Freddie's the man.
Freddie is the man. There's nothing he can't do.
He just got through working on mine. I rode it Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, perfect.
Beautiful.
It
I
ran
like that.
great.
Yeah, and you got a Harley now, right?
Yeah, I
That's
do.
a Harley, yeah. And no longer with the Honda.
No, I sold it.
Just sold the Honda.
Yep.
That was a nice one, but the Harley is really nice, too.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
You want a painting of a Harley?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That'd be great.
I got one for you.
Dang, Shade.
All right.
Yeah.
The shade.
All right.
Thrown away by Jennifer there.
All right.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
You know, you know.
Yeah, also at Kdqn Motorsports for that landscaper in your life. Trimmers, edgers, chainsaws, pole saws, hedge trimmers, sprayers, all with great warranties, zero-turn mowers, great financing, all and more at Kdqn Motorsports. So check them out today. We got to take the briefest of breaks, and we're coming back with your Shuck Me Super Trivia. We'll be right back.
Rich Mountain Electric Cooperative wishes you and your family a happy new year. May the memories of this past year brighten your time for many years to come. At Rich Mountain Electric Cooperative, our members are the most important part of our electric cooperative. We pause to say thank you for your patronage and friendship over the past year, and we look forward to serving your electrical needs for many years to come. Rich Mountain Electric Cooperative, wishing you and your family a happy new year.
Healthcare Express for life's little urgencies.
Healthcare Express is available here in Kdqn for both your primary care and urgent care needs. We accept cash pay visits and most major insurance, including Sooner Care, TriWest, and Medicare. We're open 7 days a week, and there's no need to worry about making an appointment. Visit us at 1021 West Collin Ray Drive or check out our website at gohce.com.
Healthcare Express for life's little urgencies.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repair, there are many options out there, but if you want honesty and reliability, choose an independent local mechanic like Anthony McCleskey at Grace Automotive and Small Engine Repair. At Grace Automotive, no job is too big or too small, and the personalized, friendly service you receive reminds you why shopping local is a better way of doing business. Grace Automotive and Small Engine Repair, 298 West Main Street in Locksburg. Phone 870-584-9735.
That's right. It's time for a little. Wait, what is that? It's a bird.
Oh,
It's a plane.
It's a plane.
It's Shuck Me Super Trivia.
Well done, Greg. Oh my gosh. Big shout out to our salesperson, Jenny Higgins, who came in with a new bucket for our Greg's No Shave fundraiser that already has its first donation in it. We're going to leave this up front.
Yeah.
Everybody listening, we're doing a fundraiser for the Kdqn. We're going to donate it to the Kdqn Hospital Foundation Board thing.
Yeah.
I'll get the name down one day. But they do a lot of great stuff in the community. So we are raising money for Greg's beard that he is growing. I'm putting $100 in. Jen just put some money in.
Or you can put money in it not for me to shave, too.
That's right. That's right.
Which is probably more accurate.
Yes, and indeed. Whatever money goes in here, Greg will match it within reason.
That's
you
right.
know. So that's a huge thing right there. We appreciate Greg and everybody for that. So we're going to leave that up front. We're going to talk about it every single day. If you want to donate a little money for our No
If
Shave
you donate
fundraiser.
enough, we'll quit talking about
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. I love it. Anyway, it's time for Shuck Me Super Trivia. Of course, Shuck Me in Hochatown, the Beaver's Bend restaurant serving delicious oysters, shrimp, and fish. Give them a call today, 580-494-FISH. That's 580-494-FISH. Or go to www.shuckme.net. It's time for Shuck Me Super Trivia. Greg has the question today.
Here is the question.
All right.
What unique animal do people go to the Bahamas to swim with?
Ooh. 642-2190, 642-3637, 898-3624.
And I can't repeat it. I won't remember the question.
What unique animal
Yeah.
do you swim with at the Bahamas?
That's why people go there.
That's why people go there.
To swim with this unique animal.
Ooh, let's go to the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on Shuck Me Super Trivia.
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
It is not the dolphins.
I'm going to say the shark. A shark?
No.
No?
Sea turtles.
Not
sea turtles. No good. Okay, 642. Feel free
Sorry.
to call back. 642-2190.
Good guess, though.
Yeah. What unique animal do people go to the Bahamas specifically to swim with? To the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on Shuck Me Super Trivia, rather.
The manta ray.
Ooh, the manta ray. I would love to swim with one of those.
I'm sorry,
no good?
but that is not correct. Good
All
answer.
right.
Barracudas.
Barracudas. No good?
Not barracudas.
I'm going to go with like a sea lion.
Not sea lion.
It's not a sea lion. No good. They're cold, right? They're a cold
Yeah,
creature.
they're cold. They're
I don't
cold.
know.
Yeah.
I kind of just jumped in. Oh, Kendall Webb on Facebook. Oh,
What?
Kendall Webb has it.
She's got it, right?
Yes. Okay, next caller, or Kendall. Kendall, call 642-2190 right now. I think you got it. Also, Kendall Webb said yesterday's special guest Ethan Gallagher set a school record last night with 54 points scored. Wow. Anyway, let's go to the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on on Shuck Me Super Trivia.
It's pigs.
Is it pigs?
It is pigs.
It's
Ding, ding, ding.
I didn't think about it until I read that. Who do we have on the phone?
This is Kendall Webb.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
All right.
way to go.
Kendall Webb swinging through. I didn't even say the prize. You just won yourself a dessert or appetizer of your choice, free of charge, from Shuck Me in Hochatown. You can pick up your winnings over here anytime. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
Boom. Just like that, Kendall Webb with the answer, pigs. That was correct, right, Greg? You've swam with the pigs?
Here's proof of it.
That's hilarious.
I've heard about that.
So are they always just swimming in that area?
Oh, you go there.
And do they let them loose in there?
Well, they're loose
They're
all
just-
the time. They just give you little hot dogs, and
Yeah.
and of course people squealing like crazy because they're not like me. I've
Yeah.
seen them all my life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, big city folk.
yeah,
They
I see
know.
it. There's my granddaughter.
Oh, man. How cute.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's hilarious.
So if I would have said myself, I would have been correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You would have just nailed it. If Jen, no. You go swing with Jen in the Pacific Ocean. That's where you see blue whales.
Sometimes beached.
Yes. Yes. Actually, I don't know where blue whales swim. Is it the Pacific?
Surely.
I don't know, but that water's cold. I
Yeah,
know
it's
that.
cold.
It's cold.
Ooh, boy.
Oh, I love it. I used to go swimming on Huntington Beach. Well, it's other places too. Newport Beach in November. It was perfect.
Is that the nude beach?
No, Newport Beach. No. Yes.
Yes.
Carolyn said, "I've been there. It's not that. It's not.
It's just topless. It's not nude.
I just have a feeling like the people who want to go to a topless beach, you don't want to see them topless.
No.
That's not the people you want.
Unfortunately, the people that go topless don't need to be
Yeah,
topless.
no, they don't.
No.
Sir, you need some support.
That's right.
All right. Guys, one last break, and then we got the rest of the hour to talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, I
All
still
right?
want to talk about TikTok.
We still want to talk about TikTok, but we do have a segment that people have been just calling all day over. On Facebook Live, people just inundated with, please, when are you guys going to get to this? When are you guys going to get to this? We have an EAS test coming at you in just a moment. We'll be right back.
We know you're out there. We know you have the skills. We know you have the tools. We're just waiting for you to apply. Ready to start your next career? Husqvarna Group has your opportunity. Full-time employment positions are now available with starting pay at $15.25 an hour. Apply in person at No. 1 Poland Drive in Nashville, Arkansas, or online at husqvarnagroup.com.
Whether you raise cows for a living or for a hobby, you do want to get the top dollar for your livestock. For years now, cattle producers have been going to Cattleman's Livestock Market in Glenwood every Thursday at 12 noon. Cattleman's Livestock Market brings buyers and sellers together. So whether you have some calves to sell or maybe you're looking to expand your herd, come on over to Glenwood. Cattleman's Livestock Market on Highway 70. Sales every Thursday at 12 noon.
When you're looking for prompt and accurate service for all your closing, abstracting, and title work, Mark Jackson with Jackson Title is who you're looking for. Mark has over 25 years experience serving in real estate, abstracting, and closing work. Jackson Title serves the Kdqn, Ashdown, Horatio, and Murfreesboro areas. Locally owned and a proud supporter of our local youth football. Visit JacksonTitleCompany.com. Stop by any of their locations or give Mark a call today at 870-642-2222. It's Jackson Title Company.
Looks like someone's been shopping.
We just got back from the Salvation Army Family Store in downtown Kdqn. Look, Daddy, I got toys and books.
I see.
And I picked up a steam mop and a few other things.
A few other things. Looks like you bought out the whole store.
At Salvation Army Family Store, if you bring 2 canned food items for their new food pantry, you get $1 off. And with their new pricing, $1 goes a long way. Where are you going, Daddy?
I'm headed to Salvation Army Family Store.
Your local Salvation Army Family Stores at 223 West Stillwell Avenue in Kdqn, now open 10 to 4 Monday through Saturday.
Number 1 Country 92.1, Kdqn Queen, Ashdown, Texarkana. Required to send a weekly test message using the emergency alert system encoder. For the next 10 seconds, you may hear digital pulse tones indicating an EAS test is in progress. Remember, this is only a test. Had this been an actual emergency, you would have been notified in regard to weather or emergency-related information immediately through the emergency alert system. Number 1 Country 92.1 serves the southwest Arkansas, southeast Oklahoma, and northeast Texas areas. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
EAS.
EAS, says Jeffrey Richardson. It is the hottest segment of the week.
It is.
I am so
EAS
happy
test.
we got to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, now you get to stay. Hey, man, you're with us full time now, so you get to enjoy every EAS test
Yeah, I love that.
right here on the Morning Brew.
I love that.
Bailey Discount Building Supply brings you that a surprise. Bailey Discount Building Surprise. Bailey Discount Birthday Surprise brings you that EAS test every Wednesday, my friends.
And they bring you every other supply you
yeah.
need for home repairs, DIY,
Yeah.
building, eating popcorn.
Yeah, for the handyman in your life or
Yeah.
the popcorn eater in your life.
That's right.
Bailey Discount Building Supply has it all. And definitely, guys, check out their Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/Bailey Discount DQ because they put on their new inventory. They put on employee spotlights. They put on giveaways and special discounts and prizes and sales and what's to come and even memes and, information on what kind of the current, like when pipes were bursting and stuff. Hey, a little information there. So check out Bailey Discount DQ on Facebook because that is a wealth of information.
Anything you want,
laughs at.
Anything you want to know, ask Quinn. If you want some popcorn, ask Carter.
There you go.
Yeah. So, but Bailey
Carter
Discount,
and
they
Quinn.
got it all.
Sounds like a couple presidents running it.
Yeah, Carter Quinn.
Carter Quinn.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Jen has something she wants to talk about, but I'm going to talk about something else.
I'm used to it.
What do you got, Jen?
Well, I was following this TikTok last week about this woman who was like, well, I'm new to working out. She was a beautiful woman. Is anybody looking for a workout partner? And she obviously got a lot of replies, and one of them came from a guy who was like, hey, I would like to start working out. I'm really skinny and I want to start building some muscle. The video was really just innocent. I could feel it. And that went viral and people were making fun of him. It was all making fun of him about how ugly he was, how disgusting he was, how nobody would ever want to work out with him, how no woman wanted to ever be around him, saying all these nasty, horrible things about him.
Yeah. And then did the woman work out with him?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know that I didn't follow up on it. I hope she said something, though.
That's
Not that she
mean.
has to. People are horrible.
It's the internet is the bully or the playground for bullies.
I don't. Well, I follow people on TikTok, not people I know, but like certain accounts. And somehow some people see my posts, which are just silly things, and I've been made fun of relentlessly on some of them that I had to take them down.
Really? It doesn't matter what you put up. Patrick once put up, I think, a video, or no, Patrick got interviewed at one of his Lego fests by like this big interview crew that always goes to them, the Brothers Brick or something like that.
Yeah.
And they post his interview on YouTube. And of course you get lots of love and stuff, but always somewhere, like, I guess somebody commented something like, hey, the 1800s called, they want their beard back and stuff. Just trashing Patrick for just his appearance, you know, on a Lego interview. You know, it's like no matter what you put up on the internet, people are going to take pleasure. And here's why.
I will literally find that
Remind
person
me not
and
to put my
destroy him.
picture of my beard on it.
Yeah. Here's why, and this is my theory. Because everybody is mean until they see the face of the person. Not everybody's mean, I'm not going to say that. But most kids, especially, try out being mean. They say, you're ugly in school, and then they see the kid go, like that, and then that feels bad, so they stop.
Yeah.
Most people stop. Now on the internet, you don't get that. You don't get to see the other person's face and how hurt they are. Easy.
Coward.
Send it off. Coward. That's exactly correct. Yeah. So that's why everybody's mean on the internet, because it's an outlet to be mean.
Yeah.
And then also you don't have to deal with the repercussions of feeling bad,
Absolutely.
of making somebody else feel bad.
See, I'm just the opposite.
Yeah.
I like to see the face when I'm mean to them. Yeah.
That's why you don't troll on the internet.
That's right. I don't do the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you want to make fun of somebody that can't respond to you? You can't see how bad it makes them feel.
And to Mr. Ritesh, who responded, I have the beholder, maybe he could be bad looking. To me, I say, shame on you, sir. And I would probably, no, I'm not going to say it. That doesn't have anything to do with it. Just because somebody maybe isn't as good looking as you or whoever else doesn't mean
You don't have to let them know.
You don't have to let them know. You don't have to make fun of them.
Yeah.
I hate people like that. I really do. It really bugs me.
I feel like if you are willing to put yourself out on the internet, you got to be willing to take the
absolutely.
Take the hit. Yeah.
I absolutely agree with that. But if you're also that person that's sitting behind a keyboard making fun of people, you're an ugly person inside. You're an ugly person.
Wow.
Well, and here's the deal is, you know, I don't think everybody's interested in my opinion.
Right.
Anyway.
No.
I mean, maybe I think you're goofy.
Yeah.
But should I sit here on the radio and say, hey, Tyler's goofy? I mean,
You do it
people
every
don't
day.
care. People listen because they like you.
Me?
Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying, though? I mean, you know, I don't think my opinion matters to millions of people on the internet.
Right, right.
So I just, you know, I sit there, you know, now if it's something I'm interested in, you know, if we're talking about, you know,
Razorback
fishing
football.
on the Razorback football.
fishing
You know, I
on the
may make
Costine.
I may make a comment about Razorback
Sure.
football. You know, but you know, I also realize that I usually don't make comments because I don't know everything.
Right.
You know, I was talking to Little B
Mhm.
earlier because he is an authority on Razorback football.
Yeah.
He knows it all, and you know about what he straightened me out on a couple of things that I was asking about. You know,
Right.
and I just think that people that just get on there and bash people for, you know, I think that's not.
Well, do you ever
not cool?
Yeah, I agree. And do you ever go on Facebook and you might see a Facebook post from, say, for example, Razorbacks? They put a post on there, a picture or something like that, and let's say it's got 1,000 comments, right? If you scroll through the comments, the ones that get the least amount are the people who are like knowledgeable about Razorbacks football. They just post some well-said statement on whatever the post or picture is about, and it gets nothing. While the people who are like, you know, just spewing venom, they get all the interaction and all the likes and all the, you know, nobody wants to listen to somebody who knows what they're talking about. That's the last thing you want to listen to.
right.
Yeah, which is why I'm great on the radio.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
Well, and that's exactly what Facebook's all about. You don't have to know anything.
You don't
just
have to
say
know nothing.
something.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Do
have
it.
to be true.
Yeah.
I can say Sir Isaac Newton invented gravity.
Yeah.
And unless Ritesh calls me out on
Yeah.
it, I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
You know,
Yeah,
I
no
got
worries.
Ritesh on it, but other than that, you know, I mean, I can say whatever I want to on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, and then I just don't look at the comments.
Right.
If I don't, you know, I don't have to look at any of the comments.
Perfect. We're way late. We got to get out of here, guys. It's time for the day's reminders. That's news, obituaries, and weather. This is and has been the Morning Brew Crew. Of course, Patrick Massey, our news director. Greg Revels, our beautiful co-host with a beautiful beard. Jennifer Albert, our even beautifuler co-host. I'm Tyler Massey, your main host. Donate to the Greg Revels No Shave Fund. Please shave fund, and we'll match whatever he puts in there. We love you guys. Thanks to everybody on Facebook Live. Goodbye to y'all for sticking through us today. Make sure to like, share, comments on the video. Get put in for the drawing on Friday to win a Facebook Live video. That's going to do it. For Greg and everybody else, I'm Tyler. This has been the Morning Brew Crew. God bless you. Have a great day.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.
For KDQN News, I'm Patrick Massey reporting.